Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. We can hear you.
Okay,
I can
cause
hear you.
the mic turned off before when I started. Okay. We see you. Oh, okay. I don't know. Hello, Megan. Duchess of Drinks. Hello, Gary. Hello, CA Cruises. Let's see. So just Mike, just tell me when you want me to start. That's all.
Yeah, I think we're
I'm
good now.
picking
I'm
on.
I'm good.
Okay. Let me. I have some cards. Wait, Gary. I had take everybody. Oh, okay. So,
Well,
Mike, what is your favorite party to go to, like to do on a cruise?
oh, my favorite thing to do on a cruise, other than eat, uh, we like to spend a lot of time on the Lido deck. On the, I'm kind of fair skinned. My wife is too, but we like to stay up underneath kind of a little bit of the shelter and just kind of watch what's going on, have a few drinks, relax, and kind of watch all the contests and everybody, kind of make a fool of themselves. Luckily, hopefully we don't make a fool of ourselves too much. But I'm a people watcher. I love to watch people have fun, and it reminds me of my younger days when I had fun.
Yeah, my favorite party is like I like the sail away parties.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, on our intro for our channel, we've got when we went out of Tampa last time. There's a little video clip of that, about 20 seconds maybe, of a bunch of people doing the line dance. I think it was they was doing the womble on the sailing away party. So we grabbed that, and that's part of our intro.
I miss the wobble. Yeah, I miss that. Do you like the white party? The white. Some cruises have that. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I haven't been on one. I think I've
Does
only been on.
Carnival have that? I forgot. It's been so long.
I haven't. I think some of the ships may have that, but I've not been part of one of those. Um, Hello, Papa Mozo. I liked his live on Friday with John Clayco. That was really good.
Yeah.
I saw that
Yeah, I know.
Friday. I
That's
was
sad, Nancy.
Yeah,
So
very
they're showing
sad.
and stuff. Yeah, yeah, I like the white parties. I enjoy it. Hey, the next the next one is do you like going to the juice bar? What's your favorite juice if you do?
Man, I'm not a juicer. I mean, if I'm going to juice, I just like orange juice, man. I'm not a maybe back in the day when I used to power lift, I would probably like protein drinks and juice and stuff like that and healthy eating. But I'm old and fat now, man.
So
I
you
don't. I'm
don't
not.
drink the kale juice either?
No, I mean, my wife sometimes gets that stuff. We was talking about going to Sam's Club earlier. It's got the like strawberry and kiwi and kale and all that kind of stuff in it, and it actually tastes pretty good. But nah, if I get a juice, it's usually something with a little bit of alcohol in
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I think you gotta pay a little extra, right, for the juice on some
it.
cruises. Hello, Dave. Just what's the next? Have you been on a Disney cruise?
I have not. We went on 6 cruises, I think, so far. We went to Disney World when our son turned 5, and that was a nightmare. Um, we spent a ton of money, and it was just an overload for him at 5 years old. But no, I haven't been on a Disney cruise. I mean, I'm not saying we wouldn't go on one, but I mean, I like to go and play at the casino a little bit, and I don't think Disney has that, right?
No casino, no.
No casino. They don't allow kids gambling out at sea, right? So
I don't know why, but I guess because it's only kids. I just know there's no casino.
hey, I taught my son at a young age how to play 21 so he could work on his math. So I got him counting cards now at 10 years old.
Uh, what is your favorite Disney movie?
Wow. I mean, I guess probably since they bought Star Wars, didn't they? So I'd probably say the Star Wars. I remember it wasn't Disney then, but I remember when Star Wars first came out. I'm old enough to say that I went and saw it at the movie theater. I think it was 1976 or 77, late 70s. So I remember as a small kid seeing it at the movie theater, and I think back then it was 8 millimeter film, and then the whole craze of Star Wars back then, and I had all the little action figures and Star Wars, Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, Chewbacca. So C-3PO. I had all of them. So I'd have to say Star Wars probably. Um, if I was going with an animated, um, I really like the Toy Story movies with Pixar. I kind of like those. But when I was young too, you had Mickey Mouse and I think it was what Fantasia.
Yeah.
That was pretty big as a small kid, and then of course Bambi. I remember seeing Bambi at the movie theater too. That was pretty sad, but yeah, those are some of my early ones I like.
Hi, Josh and Michelle.
Well, they actually stopped on time, didn't they? It's only 7 after 10. They're over here.
I
That's,
thought they
that's
were
nice
still
of them.
been there. Uh, um, when you went on a cruise, have you ever had a bad cabin with a bad smell?
Have I ever had a bad cabin or a
No,
bad
I mean,
smell?
I'm sorry. Have you ever had a bad smell in your cabin?
No, but on the Carnival Elation, which I love the ship, the whole seventh floor smelled, and the room itself didn't really smell, but when you went out in the hallways and went down towards the main promenade, that whole thing kind of stunk. I love the Carnival Elation, but it was just on the seventh floor. Any other floor we went to above or below, I didn't smell it, but that seventh floor, it had an awful smell to it. And when I got back, I was on a Facebook page with some other people on that cruise. And when I got back, every one of them said, "Did you smell that on the seventh floor?" And I was like, "Yeah, my room was on the seventh floor." So yeah, we had a bad smell. It was kind of really it was just the whole seventh floor of the whole ship. It's really bad.
Michelle said we had a bad smell in our cabin on the Sunshine. Was not good.
Well, to
I
me,
went on the.
almost every cruise I've been in, though, that smell of sewage in the on every ship I've been in the bathroom, it has that kind of smell to it. It's kind of like it smells like leaking sewage. I don't. Maybe it's
Yeah.
just bad luck for the six ships I've been on, but it's always seems to have that little smell in the bathroom. But on the elation, that whole seventh floor, the closer you got to the main area where where they had all the parties and all that kind of stuff, the bar and stuff, and the kind of the atrium type area, it was bad.
Have you ever seen a Broadway musical on a cruise?
Um, I don't think I've seen a Broadway because we've only went on Carnival.
Oh, that's why.
Um,
Oh, okay.
yeah, yeah. I mean, we're not like cruise snobs. I mean, if we do have some booked for NCL, and that's the only one we have other booked than Carnival right now. But Anthony, my son, my 10-year-old loves the shows, and my wife loves the shows. So like we love the on the Carnival the epic rock. Anything in the '80s. Like I grew up in the '80s, like '80s rock. Um, all the hair bands from the '80s. Any kind of show like that, I can see. I love it.
Yeah, ships do have a sewage smell, especially the first day. On a, do you drink or no on a cruise?
No, man, I'm a virgin drinker. I never drink.
Uh, I know, cause I didn't know. That's how he
Can
actually. I
you
was gonna
guess
say, what
what's
is?
in my drink right now, Anthony? No,
I thought it was coffee for a second when
no,
I
no.
didn't
Listen, I'm gonna
know
tell you right now. My
because
Tar
it's
Heels.
late, so I thought it was coffee because it's late.
No, this will put me to sleep. This is like Nyquil. This my Tar Heels here in the state of North Carolina right here. We beat Duke University tonight, and that's a big deal in the state of North Carolina. So I'll have to give Ronnie from Life is Good Today a hard time next week when he comes on our show. But I got a Carolina blue, or maybe a little bit more of an aqua color cup here, and it's got a little bourbon and Coke in it. And then I got my Tar Heel cap on. So yeah, I'm going to rub it in the Duke fans' face tomorrow. But yeah, we I don't. I'm more of a social drinker. I'm not a heavy drinker. So I mean, like if I drink something at night, it's usually 2 ounces of bourbon mixed with Coke or something, or two or
You
three
drink
beers.
you drink beer, right?
I drink bourbon
You know,
too. I like bourbon and whiskey.
I was gonna ask you,
Here in
what's your
North
favorite
Carolina,
beer to drink on a cruise? That's why.
yeah, most of the time on a cruise ship though, it is beer. I like the parched pig, the roasted parched pig, the IPA West Coast from Carnival has. Um, and the other stuff's kind of like drinking water, but yeah, we I'm more of a social drinker. I don't drink to get drunk. Sometimes you might drink one too many and feel a little good, but I don't get sloppy drunk or anything like that. I have control of that. I wish I had control over my eating like I do my drinking because I like to eat.
Mike, this is for you. Papa said, will you ask your guest to email me?
Yeah, I sure will, Papa Mozo. I'll reach out to you. Go back and grab your Papa Mozo at yahoo.com. Yeah, we can get that.
Mike, the other one is, have you ever got so drunk you forgot what happened?
I went to Vegas one time and got pretty drunk, and I got married there. That's how me and my wife. I met her, and we met in Vegas, and I got married in Vegas, and came back, and we've been married 18 years since. Um, no, that's not really right. I'm just keep picking on that. Okay, I like to have a good time. Um, I'll have to tell on myself, and I'm not saying this to brag because it's actually embarrassing. We went to an all inclusive, and I'm telling on myself, this really is a. I wish you visually could see this because it was funny. We went to an all inclusive in the Punta Cana in the DR, and the very first night we were there, I'd never been to an all inclusive before, and I drank Long Island iced teas like crazy all night long.
Oh, I like
And
that.
it was probably 10 or 11 o'clock at night. That was the first drink that me and my wife had together when I met her was a Long Island iced tea. Um, I was walking through the near an area where it should have been a pool area, but they had drained the water out of the pool. And I walked when I was walking, I walked off and fell into the pool. The pool was empty, but I fell 5 feet down into the pool. And as soon as I hit it, I guess I had so much, alcohol in me. I jumped straight up and back up. And now here I am. I'm 6'2", 270 pounds. Back then, I used to powerlift, so I was in pretty good shape. But I hit that so hard and jumped up so fast that I didn't miss a stroke, and my wife could not believe it. And I was sore the next day. But long story short, I was in the Dominican on an all inclusive, and I had one of the worst hangovers I've ever had. It took me 4 days to get over that, and I wasn't there but 7 days. So it was only until about day 3 or 4 when I really felt better again. But that's
Oh
probably the
my
last
god.
time I felt that bad and drank that much, and that was probably 15 years ago, 12, 15 years ago. That was a pretty good long time ago. I usually have pretty good control over that.
That's wow. Oh my god. Thank God you didn't get hurt though that day.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I know. I didn't have insurance, travel insurance. My wife laughed at me afterwards. Once I jumped back up when we kept walking, she knew I was okay. I mean, it was like something you see on America's Funniest Videos, where some
Yeah.
guy's walking, he's got a drink in his hand. The drink spilled. I didn't break it. I got right back up. Still had some of the drink in there somehow. Jumped right back up, and yeah, Ventures Ahead's got that right Pedialyte. But when you're in all inclusive, I mean, I probably had to pay $20 for a bottle of Pepto Bismol. I mean, they jack up the prices on everything at the all inclusives. I don't know if they still do that now, but back then they did. I mean, it's kind of like a cruise ship. You pay extra
Yeah.
for headache medicine or Pepto Bismol or sunscreen. I mean, you pay a lot more money for that.
Yeah, sure. And the next one is have you ever dance on a cruise, broke out your dance moves?
Man, they used to call me the big cat because as big as I am, I'm light on my feet. And I used to get down and do that Vegas roll, get really low to the floor and act like I'm rolling dice. I'm too old for that now, Anthony. I dance like an old white man right now. I just do just the little shoulder thing back and forth. I can't break it down like I used to, but that's what happens when you get older. I turned 50 this month, so I don't have the moves like I had back when I was in my 20s and early 30s. But I
Have you
do like
ever had a hard time sleeping at night on a cruise?
on a cruise.
Yeah, have you ever had a
No.
hard time, like if it rocks too much?
Um, on two of the six cruises we've been on the last cruise back on the Carnivalation is the last cruise we were on. When we came back, we rocked hard all night long, but it actually puts me to sleep. I like the rocking. A lot of times, I'll choose intentionally. I'll choose the rear, the aft or the. It's not really technically the aft, but the back of the ship because I like that little bit of swaying, a little bit of vibration in the back of a ship, and it actually helps me sleep really well. And that's one thing I can say on Carnival ships. I haven't been on a lot of them, but we've been on six different cruises, and I love the beds on all of them. I sleep like a baby. They're kind of in between super soft and medium, and I absolutely love them.
There's a website you could order it, Carnival pillows.
Yeah, and I
Jenny told me.
I've got to have that pillow in between me and my wife too, because I'm a body pillow guy. So I do like the extra pillows in between us, and I do really like the beds in Carnival. And a lot of times too, if it depends on what the weather's like, we sometimes would even leave the door open on a balcony so we could hear what's going on outside too. Depends on if it was really cold. I mean, if it was raining or bad weather or whatever.
What's the last question? Then I guess anybody could ask you questions in the chat. The last question
Hmm.
is, what's your favorite sound to hear on a ship?
Wow. Favorite sound.
Yeah,
That's a good one, man. Nobody's ever asked me that, Anthony. That was like you put a lot of
I
thought in
I
behind
just
that.
made it up. Like the
Yeah,
ocean,
I mean that's a
the
really good one.
horn sound. Like I don't know. What's
Um,
your favorite sound?
I like to hear the bands. I like just outside the casinos, that whole area. Just outside the casino, they usually have a live band playing. I'd say the number one thing I love to hear of everything. You just got my mind thinking. I like that. I probably won't be able to sleep at all tonight, Anthony, because you got my brain working now.
Michelle liked that answer too.
The
Good
steel
question.
drums, the steel drums on the Lido deck. I like to hear when they have the steel drum player out there playing. I love to hear that. That's probably the number one thing. Number two is I love to hear the bands outside the casino. A lot of times I may go in the casino, my wife and son will sit there and listen to the bands play while I'm playing in the casino. But I love like the bands in the the Red Fog pub. The different bands playing. I just love music in general, though. I'm out any '80s music. I mean, Sweet Caroline, all the way to the way back in the '70s to the '80s to even the newer stuff. I can listen to it, but I'm more of a classic rock guy. I like listening to the bands play some of the older stuff.
So if anybody have questions for a Mike, just put it in the chat.
And I'll give you
Mike
my
from
last.
Papa, where do you live?
I live in the great state of North Carolina. UNC, the University of North Carolina, the Tar Heels of North Carolina. I live in North Carolina. I've lived here. I'm about to turn 50 this month. I've lived here, I think. I was born, believe it or not, I was born in England. At the end of the Vietnam War, my dad was stationed in England. So the first 2 years of my life, I lived in England. I came back at 2.5 years old with a English accent as a toddler, a little 2-year-old. My family told me I'd came back and I would say Thai, and I had the perfect beginning mumbling of English of real English people. And then now I speak like a hick from the woods of North Carolina. So I got that southern drawl, and I think I lived in Waldorf, Maryland, for about 6 or 9 months when I was 19. I went up and managed a movie theater. I worked at a movie theater in my late teens to early 20s. I used to manage a movie theater, and I worked at the I think it was called the West End or DuPont Circle, the West End 1 through 4 in downtown Washington D.C. And I lived in Waldorf, Maryland, and converted back and forth. But I'm pretty much a Carolina guy. I'm a North Carolina guy here in the Piedmont near Wake Forest University, near Winston-Salem, North Carolina. And I'm hoping to move down to Florida in the next 5, 10 years because we're getting a little older and we'd like to retire down in Florida and be in some of that warmer weather down there.
Mike from Dave. Mike, is there an off-shelf barbecue sauce you like, or is the taboo?
Hey, I'm a big fan. I know some people love it and hate it. I'm a big fan of, believe it or not, Sweet Baby Ray's. That's kind of a Memphis style barbecue sauce. It's got sweet with a little bit of heat and a little bit of smoke to it. Um, but yeah, I like over the counter. I like that. And believe it or not, Guy Fieri, who's big on Carnival. Yeah, Papa Mozo, Charlotte's about an hour and a half away from me. I can get there in about an hour, really. It's about an hour away,
Michelle
about
said,
6 miles.
"Wow, learning a lot about Mike."
Well, see, Anthony, this is the thing. You've invited me on your show. I mean, Adventures Ahead has not invited me on as a guest, other than I had to pay them to go on there one night for 15 minutes.
So
It
have
may have
you
been
have you
10.
been on someone's show, or I'm the first one?
Unfortunately, you're not my first. Uh, the first show we went on was Adventures Ahead on New Year's Eve. We was on there for 10
Oh,
15 minutes. And they had some guests on New Year's Eve. And then we were on Journey with the Gingers. We were on Beach Please. Yes, Najima Brown, go Heels. They wore that Duke tail out tonight. Yeah, and this is my fourth show to be on.
oh,
And my
I
wife's
like the
probably about
sound
asleep
of.
right now, so that's why she's not on here.
Ah,
Craps tables, yeah, that's a good sound.
wow, the chap jumps fast. Let me guess. Oh, Adventures Ahead. Favorite pastime: bedside cruising and barbecue.
Favorite pastime besides cruising and barbecue?
Yeah,
Um, well, I guess I couldn't say like editing and stuff like that because I love taking pictures and film and editing and all that with the vlogs. Favorite pastime? I'm not a big reader, but I do like to read some. I love music, like I said earlier. The other night I was sitting around the house listening to Ronnie's Life is Good, and they had a piano bar set up, and the guy was just in there playing the piano. I enjoyed that. I had that on my big screen TV while I
I
was
had it on my
checking.
TV too.
Yeah, I was sitting there. I was watching my other stuff, and yeah. So yeah, I love music. Yeah, Beach Life. I'm doing low carb right now. Kinder's got some good. They also got one called Cattleman, I believe, at Costco. It's really good. There's one at Walmart that's sugar free. That when I'm doing low carb and keto, I really like. It's a barbecue sauce at Walmart, and I can't remember. I think it's called like Big Daddy's or Big Sugar Daddy or something. If I remember that, I'll try to go back and post that. But yeah, I really like. Now that I'm trying to do low carb and trying to lose a little weight, I got to get the sugar free stuff. Here in North Carolina, that's a big thing. A lot of people don't realize. Barbecue is king in North Carolina. I mean, as far as you got from east of Raleigh is real vinegar, a lot of vinegar in the barbecue sauce, and then west of Raleigh is more ketchup and vinegar. So you got a lot of sugar in the ketchup, and then in my recipe, of course, I put some brown sugar in there too. But you can dilute that down with some other things and not make it quite as sugary. And believe it or not, Team Hutchins there, he lives like 3 miles from me. It's crazy. he lives across the river here, the Yadkin River in North Carolina, and he's from East Bend, North Carolina. I'm from Tobaccoville, North Carolina, and it's literally 2 or 3 miles away from each other.
Oh,
And
Mike, so
then
you know
Laura,
this person, Team Hutchin? First time I
yeah,
seen him in the
yeah,
chat. Oh, well, welcome in.
yeah, and then Laura Hughes, who's a lot of times she's on the Para DJ, and she's
Oh,
also
yeah.
in Laura Hughes. She lives in the same small town Tobaccoville that I do. It's crazy. We were on Adventures Ahead one night, and I said something about North Carolina, and she said something about North Carolina, and the next thing you know, we live less than 3 or 4 miles from each other.
So are you far from Para DJ? I think they live in North Carolina.
I think they live in
I
Virginia,
think.
right?
I don't know. He said the border between North and Virginia. DJ
Yeah,
said.
he came down here on one of their vlogs last year. They came down and ate at a restaurant that's not far from us. And once I didn't know about it until it was after it was already done. I was like, man, if I'd known you guys were coming down here, I would have. I'd even took off work to go up there and finally meet them because I really like Para DJ. Audio book reader, yeah.
Yeah. Um, Bonnie
I
has
agree,
been
Papa Mozo. Yeah,
wonderful. Yeah.
those guys have had it tough. That's great that he does that for them, and I'm sure they're very appreciative
That's
of it.
nice of him though to do that.
Yeah.
That's nice of him to do that. Sorry, Mike, didn't catch what part of North Carolina you are in.
I'm here in the it's called the Piedmont Triad. You got Winston-Salem, Greensboro, and High Point. It's considered the triad of Winston-Salem. I mean, of North Carolina. So I'm very blessed. I only live an hour away from the Blue Ridge Mountains, up near the Virginia line. I'm 3.5 hours away from Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge. I'm 3.5 hours from Myrtle Beach. I'm another four hours away from the northeast beach of North Carolina, Carolina Beach. So I live in a perfect area. That's the one thing about North Carolina I love where we live is I can drive an hour away and I'm up in the Appalachian Trails and up in around Sparta, North Carolina. I'm not far from if you remember the old show Andy Griffith, the
Oh,
Andy
I saw
Griffith
that. Yeah.
the Andy Griffith show is in Mount Airy, North Carolina. It was based off Pilot Mountain. I can see Pilot Mountain from my land. I can go up on a hill, and when in the wintertime when the trees are down, I can see Pilot Mountain. And on the show, he used to call it Mount Pilot, but really it's Pilot Mountain. And
So Gary
Andy
said,
Griffith,
okay, up by Winston Salem.
yeah, I technically live on the line between Winston-Salem and Tobaccoville. Tobaccoville is this town I live in. R.J. Reynolds Tobacco, started Tobaccoville, and that's where its headquarters was at the time. Um, but yeah, Winston Salem is exactly right, Gary. Real close to Wake Forest. I'm probably 5 miles from Wake Forest University, and that's
North
very true, Papa
Carolina
Mozo.
has
North
its,
Carolina's
yeah.
got its own style.
Just went through there last weekend.
Man, Gary, next time hook me up, yell at me, man. I'll meet you somewhere.
Oh my God, yes,
Hillbilly
the
Hideaway.
Hillbilly
That's it.
Hideaway.
Yep. Hillbilly Hideaway. I used to drive by that. I used to have a pontoon boat, and I used to love fishing, and we did a lot of bass fishing. And we'd drive right by the Hillbilly Hideaway. It's a kind of like a country restaurant where they bring bowls of food out, like bowls of chicken and bowls of mashed potatoes and green beans and pinto beans and cornbread and biscuits and all that kind of good stuff. And it's a little hole in the wall, but I used to drive by there, almost every weekend on our way to the lake.
Have you met Ronnie and Alma in
No, I haven't.
person?
They're about an hour and a half in Bowling Springs. They're down towards the South Carolina line, but Ronnie and I have both talked about trying to hook up with them sometime and either meet in the middle or in between. I think the Shorts, the Jonathan Short and the Six Shorts, I think they're not far away from Ronnie and Alma too. So we talked about maybe hooking up sometime down the road where all three of us could meet somewhere in the middle.
Thank you, Michelle. Have a good night. The Juma said I have a brother in Greensboro.
Oh, really? That's cool. Yeah, Greensboro's not far. In fact, next Friday I'm getting the COVID shot and I got to go through Greensboro. It's in a little town called Reedsville, which is right beside Greensboro. So I'll be driving right through there. Greensboro is only about 45 minutes from where we live.
Papa said
Yeah.
Blue Ridge Parkway is beautiful. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that's my family actually originally is from Sparta, North Carolina, well, which is right at the line of Virginia and North Carolina, and the Blue Ridge Parkway runs through there. So we used to go hunting and fishing up there all the time. So yeah, that's a beautiful Blue Ridge Parkway is just gorgeous.
I would visit my grandparents every summer in Stanley, North Carolina, about 20 minutes from Gaston in North
Yeah.
Carolina.
Yeah, I remember seeing one of Fisher's Fun Adventures. They took a trip and went to a park, I believe, and they were talking about being in North Carolina, and we kind of talked a little bit behind the scenes. But yeah, I know exactly where that is, down around Gastonia. That's probably an hour and a half away from me too. It's just on the other side of Charlotte. It's on the outskirts of Charlotte.
Gary said, Mike, my daughter just moved to just west of Raleigh. Was trying to
Mm.
get her into your area.
Yeah, Raleigh from where we live is about an hour and a half away. So if we fly out of here, we have Piedmont, the Piedmont Triad PTI Airport here in Greensboro, but it's so much more expensive than Charlotte and Raleigh. So believe it or not, I'll drive an hour to Charlotte to fly to save $300 or $400 in flight versus flying somewhere really close by because PTI up here in Greensboro, I'll be honest, I've never flown out of it. I've always drove to Raleigh and picked up a flight with Southwest, or I went to Charlotte and picked up a flight.
Yeah, my dad would be cool. Have lunch with the shorts, and life is good when I go to Raleigh. Oh,
Yeah, we could definitely do that. That's a little over an hour.
the
Oh,
gym is
really?
in
The
my
gym around?
grandma lives. Yeah.
Yeah, in Reesville, that's where I got to go and get my shot next Friday with Moses Cone Hospital.
Still no superpowers from my first shot. Danny's arm is hurting and has headaches.
Yeah, my wife's a nurse, and she had the both shots. And then when she had her last shot, she really struggled with it. She had chills and fevers and body aches, but after about 36 to 48 hours, she felt a lot better and got over it. So I'm hoping, I'll be honest with you, next Friday, I'm hoping they give me the Johnson shot and it's just one shot and I'm done. I don't have to take it again, but we'll see what happens.
Papa said barbecue. I used to live in Memphis. I've been in
Mm.
Chicagoland for 25 years.
Yeah, that's something I really want to get to down the road. I'd love to travel over to Memphis and uh, and go to. I'm a big Elvis Presley fan too. I love Elvis Presley, and I'd love
Oh,
to
I
go
love
out towards Memphis.
Elvis.
Yeah, I'd love to go. My favorite album at Christmas time is Blue Christmas. Christmas is not the same unless I listen to that album at Christmas time. Um,
Isn't
but
there a
yeah,
museum?
huh?
I believe there's a museum of Elvis somewhere in
Yeah, I'd
Tennessee.
love to go to Graceland out there too. I mean, that's the big one I'd love to go to.
Radsville, isn't that where the prison is? Oh, I'm sorry, that's in Georgia. Oh,
Yeah, Reesville's not a big town. It's in all honesty, it's kind of went down over the years. I hadn't been there in a while. I'll see what it looks like here next Friday, but it's on the outskirts of Greensboro.
saw Elvis in the Nassau
Oh
Coliseum in
wow.
1975.
Well, Anthony,
Wow.
Anthony, you mind me asking you how old you are?
I'm 25. I just
You're
turned
25. I'm old enough to
September.
be. I'm old enough to be your dad almost. Well, I could. I'm about to turn 50, like I said. I remember Anthony. I mean, you always remember somebody in your life when they pass away, but I remember as a kid, Elvis died in I think 78 or 77. I was 7 or 8 years old. My mother cried more over Elvis dying than probably any relative I've seen other than her mother or her dad, my
Really?
grandma and grandpa. Back then, my dad was big on reel to reel tapes, and he put these reel to reel tapes on, and for 24 hours a day, radio stations would play Elvis songs nonstop. And my dad,
Wow.
he's still got them. Those reel to reels back then were that big, and he's got boxes of them this deep, full of reel to reel tapes of Elvis being played over the radio. And my mother, for probably 20 years after he died, she couldn't watch an Elvis movie because it upset her so bad seeing him again that she couldn't watch an Elvis movie. She was a diehard Elvis fan, and I grew up going to these, like they'd have these at the local parks and stuff. You'd have these Elvis impersonators, but they were like the good ones, not the cheesy ones you see in, there's some good ones in Vegas too, but you know how you got the some that are cheesy.
Yeah.
These guys were good, and we used to go see them all the time because my mother was a diehard Elvis fan, and I kind of grew up liking Elvis too because I mean, for back in the day, he was like the bad boy of rock and roll. I mean, he shake that hip back when shaking your hip wasn't cool, and he was ahead of his time.
If I could be your dad, then I could be your grandfather. Papa said the USA came to a standstill, and it was like a national day of mourning.
It was. I remember. There's things. I'm about to turn 50. Like I said, I'm not bragging, but I'm. Good Lord's blessed me to be here as long as I have. But there's certain things I remember. I remember being in high school and the Challenger blew up. We were um in in library actually watching it live on TV, and that blew up. And one of the astronauts was from Greensboro, had graduated from North Carolina A&T here locally. That's not far from us. So as a whole school, we were watching her, watching them go up because it was an astronaut from here locally. I remember that. I remember John Lennon passing away when he got assassinated. I remember Ronald Reagan being shot. He was shot the day before my birthday on March 30th, 1982 or 83. I remember that like it was yesterday. But Elvis dying, I can remember as a 7 or 8 year old. That was just like big deal. I mean, I couldn't imagine.
Yeah, in August of '77, it was a shocker when Elvis died.
I was 6 years old if it was 77. I mean, that's just how much I remember it 40 some years ago, and it's like it was yesterday. Hey, Larry.
Hello, Larry. Gary said I was a telephone operator and was working all day. Elvis died, took down the long distance switches to Atlanta.
He was so huge. I mean, he was. I mean, he was like it's like I remember also the one most recent was Michael Jackson. I mean, I remember when Michael Jackson was so huge too. The whole Thriller in the '80s and Billie Jean and that whole album came out when I was you know when I was probably eighth or ninth grade. Um, those were good times though.
Yeah, that was sad.
I
I
didn't think
think
I'd be coming on the
the
show and
things
talking about Elvis passing away though. But it
I,
shows you my
I
age, right?
I just said oh Elvis, I like him. Then everybody started about passing away. I was like, I guess it's turned into that thing. Yeah, I don't know the museum. I think it's in. I don't know if it's in Memphis or Nashville. There's a
Yeah,
museum,
I
but
like to. Have you ever heard a guy named Anthony? And hopefully some of the ones in the chat here, if you haven't had a chance to watch these two guys, these are two YouTube creators that I love to watch, and these are non-cruising and they're non-barbecue. But Adam the Woo is one of
oh, I
them.
heard of him from Tim
Adam the
Tracker.
Woo. The other one is called the Carpetbagger. Josh Carpetbagger.
So I just
But
heard of Adam, not Carpet.
the Carpetbagger, I think he's got 125, 150,000 subscribers, but he travels all over the whole U.S. and he does a lot of oddity stuff. But Adam the Woo and Jacob, and also the Lion King, the Lion, who was it, Lionheart out of California. But Adam the Woo, they'll go to like Graceland, or they'll go to where like they went where Elvis grew up at. It's like a apartment complex in Memphis, and they'll go back and somebody has bought that now and leases it out. You can rent it for the night, the same room that Elvis slept in. And when you go into look in his room, and this was when he was a kid, so he wasn't like a grown man. They got this one whole wall where girls or ladies will go kiss the wall with their lipstick. So the whole wall is over his headboard where Elvis was as a child, but the girls will go and kiss the white sheetrock and leave their lip prints on the wall. It's pretty wild, but Adam the Woo is really he's kind of an he's kind of early YouTuber that I got hooked on, and also Jacob. It's Jacob. I'd say John. Jacob the Carpetbagger. Those are two great channels if you like kind of watching oddity type stuff, and they
Yeah,
go
I
back.
thought he did only Disney Adam, but I guess he does everything.
Well, Adam the Woo started out in
Yeah.
Florida, then moved to California, and did a bunch of Disneyland stuff. He loves Disney, and then now recently he's renting his house out in California in L.A. and is moving back to, I think it's called Celebration, Florida, is where he moved
I
to.
know what that is, yeah.
Yeah, he moved to Celebration, and he just said California was too expensive with taxes and everything else, so he's moving back to Florida to be closer to his mother.
Oh, good night, Papa. It's past his bedtime.
Yes, sir, Papa Mozo. I'll reach out to you.
At least Anthony, who knew, was a smile. Who knew? Not really sure if my 25 years old, if Elvis. Yeah. Yeah. I thought he did Disney when he landed. I didn't know he lived in California.
Yeah, he lived in California for a long time. Just recently, in the last 3 weeks, he was doing vlogs where he was traveling back from California, and he went through Texas, and he hit all those ice storms when the weather was real bad. Coming back through Houston, I think it was Houston he was coming through. But I really like watching Adam the Woo and Jacob the Carpetbagger. Jacob the Carpetbagger lives in Western North Carolina, right at the Tennessee North Carolina line, and he does a lot in Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge, a lot of videos in that area. And then he graduated from Western Carolina University.
Mike Larry wants some biscuit.
Larry, I want some too, man. Since I'm doing low carb, I need to fix me a big old full packer.
So you're
Smoke that
doing
thing.
low carb? So what is that? Just like meat?
Yeah, I basically just eat meat and salads right now. Cheese, meat, and salads.
So
I just
you're
started. I've only been
so
back
nothing
on it for a
changed
week.
for you because you always ate meat, right? So it didn't really change.
Oh man, I love mac and cheese though. I like the
Oh,
carbs
I
with it. I
like
like mashed
that.
potatoes. I like the bread. I like it all. I like the sugar.
Oh, so
We're
how
gonna try
long
to
you
do
on
good for the
that
next 3 or 4 weeks.
for?
Huh?
How long you on the low carb for?
Well, probably for another week if I can make it. I need to be on it a long time because I need to get some weight off. But we'll do it until we go down to. We'll do it. I'm sure I'm going to break that diet when I get down to Florida that week, the week after Easter.
So you're driving down to Florida? I don't know. You're going on a Victory
Anthony,
Casino, right?
let me tell you how expensive this trip is getting. So for 5 nights, coming down on a Monday and leaving on a Saturday, $1,600 for the room, which I could get a cheaper room, but
Wow.
we wanted to stay at somewhere nice. So then we were looking at tickets for Universal. I mean, that's $150 a pop. So that's 500. That's $400 to $500 for three of us to go for just one day. If we went 2 days, it'd be a little bit more than that. I could go on a cruise by far cheaper than going down to Florida to Disney and hanging out. So yeah, I mean it's yeah, and if there's anybody, I saw on here Fisher Fun Adventure said on here. I think what we're going to try to do,
Yeah, all the way up. He said he wanted to meet up. Yeah.
yeah, we're going to try to one night in the Orlando area, maybe around Disney Springs, try to have a meetup where a bunch of us can meet each other and eat supper and maybe have a drink or two.
Yeah,
And
Mike,
we're going to,
Disney Springs opened up like 2, 3 new restaurants. They have like a donut shop and stuff. Yeah.
yeah, I saw that Voodoo Donuts. I've been
No, not
watching
that.
it.
Everglades. Not Everglades.
Yeah,
Start with a
Voodoo
G.
Donuts is at Universal, isn't it?
Yeah. It's called. There's an Everglades and there's another one. I forgot the name. Start with a G. Yeah.
We're
So
gonna try to do a meetup down in Tampa one night. We're going to go down and see Matt and Kimbra with Fantastic Studios, and we're going to check out the Florida Aquarium down there in Tampa. And then we're going to try to set something up that night. If there's anybody in the area who wants to come and meet us to eat that night, we're going to go out and eat with them and at a restaurant. And then one other night when we're back up around Orlando, we're going to try to do a meetup maybe at one of the Disney Spring restaurants. I mean, that whole Disney Springs area looks really cool. I remember going there 5 years ago or 6 years ago, and we ate at the Rainforest Cafe and we ate at T Rex's. And so I'm sure we'll eat there most every night that we're in that area. We'll go to
Oh,
Disney
Mike, I
Springs.
got it now. It's called Gideon's.
Gideon's, okay.
I just looked it up. It's a new place. But you gotta get a virtual queue because there's always a long line.
Ah,
You know, the first day it opened, it was like 11-hour wait time.
really?
I'm not kidding you. Like
Our
some
donut?
people had to no in the morning it was 11-hour long wait, so people had to go there, leave, and come back at night.
My wife and I really did get married in my wife and I really did get married in Vegas though, for real, back in 2003. And when we went to Vegas, there was a Krispy Kreme donut is from
Oh,
my
I love
area.
that place.
Winston Salem is where Krispy Kreme's home headquarters used to be and where it started at. So when we were in 2003 in Vegas, we stayed at it was a cheap place, Excalibur. That's where we got married at. But we
Oh, I
stayed
didn't
at
know that
Excalibur.
place.
But there was a Disney. There was a not Disney. There was a Krispy Kreme donut there. And we came out of our room one day and went up to try to find breakfast somewhere, and we saw a line all the way down and wrapped around, and those people were in line to get Krispy Kreme donuts. And I was like, "Yeah, I live here with Krispy Kreme, and I grew up on Krispy Kreme. I'm used to it, and it is good." But I guess it was the first one they had opened out there during that time period, and people were lined up everywhere to go to Krispy Kreme donut.
Wow. Gary said, forget the brisket, give me some pulled pork.
Yeah, we can do that too. I love some good pulled pork. Um,
I'll have you eat some brisket. So is the Krispy Kreme still there? You think it's closed down
Now
in
there's still a bunch
Vegas?
of crispy. There's still a bunch of the one in Excalibur.
Yeah.
I don't know if that one's still there or not.
Um. Yeah. Fisher said, yeah, we should have dinner one night. When you're down, if we can work it out.
Go to the boathouse in the Springs. That sounds like
Oh, the boathouse is good.
yeah. I've been watching for the last week
There's a
all
lot of
these.
restaurants there, so
I've been reading. I've been watching all these restaurants in that area, and I keep hearing about
the steakhouse is good. STK.
STK. I heard that, and then I
Yeah.
heard
And
also Planet.
Homecoming is good.
I heard that the Guy Fieri burger at Planet Hollywood is really good. I'm a
Yeah.
big
And
cheeseburger
Homecoming
fan too.
too.
Huh?
Homecoming is good too.
Okay.
They have these like truffle mashed potatoes. Oh my god, it's so good. I said earlier when I go on vacation, my diet goes on vacation.
Yeah, I'm leaving my diet here in North Carolina when I go down to Florida. I can tell you that.
Yeah, I don't know. You can't keep a diet out there. Preach it, Mike. Yeah, Gary said voodoo's at Universal.
So, hey, you're Anthony. You're from in that area right there. So, if I only choose to go to one Universal park, which park should? If I'm going to go to one for one day and not try to hit
I
two or
like
three of them in
all
one
of
day.
them though. Do you go to water parks? Because there's a water park just opened. The Volcano Bay just opened.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw where Josh Hokum just went there.
Yes, so I was gonna say, you gonna do Universal, or you want to do the water park too? Or you want
I'm
to do?
thinking about doing Universal, but isn't there three parks of Universal? There's the water park, and then there's like the Marvel park, and then the Harry Potter.
Yeah,
Or
there's the
technically,
Universal, then there's Islands of Adventure, then there's the water park. Yeah,
so which of the three is the best? I guess the one with the Harry Potter castle and all that's
the
probably
Harry
that's
Potter. Yeah, yeah,
okay.
yeah.
We
But
were
you
going
know the
to.
express passes, you could get that too, but it costs us a lot. Something the express.
I saw that. We were going to try to hit a bunch of places, and I said, you know what? I don't want to come back home and be tired. So I think we're going to just relax around the hotel for a couple of days and act like we're on a cruise ship or act like we're at the beach. and just kind of relax because we work long hours. My wife's a nurse, and I work in management at a distribution center, so we work long hours. So I think we're just going to try to relax a little bit. That's why we spend a little bit extra money for Margaritaville, just because of
Yeah.
the three pools. And now we stayed at the Margaritaville in Pigeon Forge um, just
How is
about
that
6 months
one?
ago, and it was really nice. You pay a little extra for it, but it was a really nice place to stay.
Gary said go to the boathouse in the Springs.
Okay.
I just been on a Disney resort and tickets 6 days, and there's no food. I could have gotten any cruise I wanted for that price. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I love the Florida Aquarium.
Oh, cool, Dave. I appreciate that. Yeah, yeah. Matt, my son and Matt Allen have a close bond because during this summer, during the pandemic, Matt was teaching classes online, and Anthony took one of his classes on reptiles. And Matt, he does the cruise creatures, the snorkeling, the diving. He does, the cruise videos, and then him and Kimber both work at the aquarium. So Anthony, my son, loves reptiles. He's got a snake. He's got two lizards, and then he loves to draw. He used to like cruising. Oh, he loves cruising. Don't get me wrong. He loves cruising. He don't like snorkeling no more because he had a bad experience with it. But so him and Matt have a lot in common. So he wants to go down there for one day. So we're going to try to drive from Orlando down to Tampa early one morning and go visit the Florida Aquarium.
Are you gonna visit any creators in Tampa? Like, are you gonna visit Tony and Jenny or no?
I don't know that I'd love to meet them, but I'm sure with kind of with
What's going
COVID,
on? That's true. Yeah.
I think with COVID they're still a little bit scared about it, and I understand that. I think they have some. They've said it before. They have some immune issues there, so
Yeah, maybe
um,
when everything is better. Yeah.
yeah. But we're
Good
going
night,
in
Jeffrey.
October. We're on their October cruise too, on
Oh
the
yeah.
Little Loca one in October at Halloween.
Yeah, yeah. So this week, this time for Florida, I forgot what you said. You're driving or flying this time?
We're gonna drive down, so that's about a 9 hour
Wow.
drive. So yeah, we'll
Oh
get
my
up.
god.
I'll probably get up about 3 or 4 in the morning, and then probably get down there about 1 or 2 o'clock. And we checked flights too, but that was going to be $1,500 to fly down there and back. So by the time I spent 1,600 on a room, 1,500 more on a flight, and then pay all the food and the parks and stuff. I mean, you're looking at $5,000-6,000. It's going to cost us.
Yeah. And like a ticket for Disney is like 120 per person.
Yeah. Hmm.
That's crazy. Usually the regular theme parks are like $50, $60, but
So
Disney's
what? I
high.
mean, what's the advantage? I mean, you live in Florida, so what's the advantage? I mean, I know you and David Fisher, y'all live in.
I had the annual pass, so it's good because I in Florida residence is a discount, but I pay like I have the pass that there's no blockout dates, so I pay $800 a year though, not a month, every year, and you could go to the park as long as you want, and you get the
That's pretty
discounts
darn
and
good.
you get the discounts in the restaurants on in the Disney resorts, yeah, and all that, and merchandise too.
Now, one thing I saw that was
But you
really
could get
cool,
it though, but it might be a little more because you're not going to be a resident. So
right? One thing I saw that looked really cool in some videos I was watching on YouTube was somebody was showing all the restaurants at Disney Springs that had the happy hour, and the happy hour is like from 12 to 6, and they were showing all these restaurants and the half off drinks or the half off appetizers and stuff like that. And that guy did a really good video. I can't remember his name, but
is it
I
a
mean,
Disney YouTuber?
I think it was. I think
So
it
is it a
was.
Tim Tracker? I watch him.
I don't know if that's his name or not, but
Because the
this guy
Tim
was
he has a wife, Jen, and then he has a baby, Jackson. So
no, it wasn't them then.
uh
But yeah, they were showing a lot of the places between 12 and 6. Like I think what House of Blues was one of them in there that had they had live music, and then they had a discount on drinks and food, and the STK was one of them. Planet Hollywood was one of them. They showed on there. I mean, there was quite a few on there, but we may go a couple days early to try to eat like an early lunch or something and try to hit that
Yeah,
half off.
Journey with the Gingers is there now, and Universal.
Yes. Yeah, they're going to come out back some great vlogs.
Are you gonna meet them, or are they gonna leave by then?
Oh, see, I don't go to the first week of April. So Easter is on a
Oh,
Sunday. Yeah, Easter's on a Sunday, and we're going the 5th, the day after Easter. So we're going to be gone the 5th through the 9th. We'll be down there the 5th through the 9th and leaving on the 10th to come back to North Carolina. But Journey
wow.
with the Gingers, they're from South Carolina, so is Blaine. So yeah, you got a
Yeah,
lot of kind of cruise and travel creators right in this area.
yeah. Yeah, you do. You got a lot.
Not as many as
Yeah,
Florida, but
yeah. Actually, yeah. That's what I meant to say. I do. Yeah,
I mean
Florida got a lot.
Orlando. I mean that's a. I mean every time you look at somebody, you got. I mean you got fantastic studios down there. You got Michelle and Jay Bowen. You got Krista and Jason from D&G. You got Fisher's Fun Adventure. You got you're down there. Tony and
Got a
Jenny now.
lot.
Tony
Yeah.
and Jenny was living in Charlotte, North Carolina, not far from me. And we kept trying to get up with them when they lived up here, but then when they moved to Florida, we just missed out on that.
Yeah, there's a lot of creators in Florida now than
Yep.
before. There's a lot. There's a lot now. So yeah, yeah. Cause I'm going to Fort Myers, right? And the hotels are pricey.
Hmm.
I look like for for a week for 3 people, it came out to almost 2,000.
Wow.
I was like, for that, I go on a cruise for that price. Okay, I have heard. I still call that NY. Yeah.
Fisher saying, "Come on over and let me cook the barbecue at their house." That's funny. He may have to ask the Shows to come over because I think Roy makes a pretty mean barbecue too down there. From what
Oh,
I've
they live there too. I forgot.
Yeah, Amanda and Roy, and you got Fisher Fun Adventures. You got cruising through life with Al and Jeannie. Just moved there from Minnesota down to Pensacola. They live in Pensacola.
Yeah, that's
Then you got
far. That's like 6 hours, I think, or 7.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's a long because that's all the way almost like on the Alabama side of
Oh, yes.
Mississippi, something.
That's
That's
northeast
far. That's like
or
I
northwest.
think to go that way, you got to go through Atlanta.
They live right on the Gulf Coast. Then.
Yeah. They live far from. That's like 7 hours or 6 from me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't know if you want to drive that far to see.
No, if I did that, I'd
To
have to be on the
go.
way down. It would not be. Yeah, that's a long ways out of the
Yeah,
way.
yeah. The show's are 5 minutes from them. Oh, Fisher lives in Winter Haven.
So,
Oh,
David? Do you live in? Do you work at Legoland, or don't you work at Legoland, or do you work at Disney Springs? Or I think he works at he. I know he works for
Legoland, I
Disney. It may
think.
be Legoland.
I think Legoland because I heard him say it in a couple of vlogs. People said
Cool.
David works in Legoland. I think
Cool.
5 minutes from now.
Now, Gary, where does Gary live at? I know Gary does a ton of
He
traveling.
lives in
Where does?
Atlanta, in Georgia.
Oh,
I mean, not
okay. You live in
Atlanta. I
Atlanta?
know it's in Georgia, somewhere in Georgia.
My dad is a small kid. I used to go down to Marietta, Georgia, and that's where I became a big Braves fan because my dad lived near Marietta, and we used to go down to Lake Lanier, and there's another lake down there we used to go to all the time. But I liked the Atlanta area.
Oh,
I don't
Fisher
like
said worked
Atlanta
at
the city.
Disney. Fisher said worked at Disney for 20 years. Worked at Legoland now.
Okay,
Oh,
cool.
Legoland rings a bell for me. Yeah. You
Hmm.
ever went to Legoland or no?
No, I've never been to Legoland.
Oh, yeah, I heard it's nice. Legoland. They have annual passes for that too.
You got annual
Legoland.
passes for everything, huh?
No, not for. I don't have it for that. No, no, I don't. I don't have that for that.
Is Legoland? I guess it's more for kids, right? It's not. Is it? I mean,
They
is
have a
it
hotel in there too. You stay.
okay?
Yeah, but it's more for kids, like really. And they have a little. They have rides too, but a lot of the kids like it. Lego.
Okay,
So
cool.
I love Lego. Yeah. Yeah. Now they have an M&M store in the Springs. They just put it up.
Yeah, somebody just did a vlog on that, didn't they?
Wanda,
Somebody
right?
who?
Wanda. Wanda
Yes,
Ticini.
Wanda.
Tanika
Yeah,
beneath the banana.
yeah, yeah. She came on Thursday night with us, and we love Wanda. Wanda. She's a good person.
What is a day pass cost for these parks? Well, Disney is a day pass is 125. I mean, yeah, 120. I mean, but that's just but you could park hop. If you park hop, it's more money.
Yeah, some of the tickets I was looking at for Universal was 150 and 175 a day, or you can get 2 days for like 235 or 225.
And if you stay
So
in a Universal hotel, they say you can use your hotel card, and it comes with express passes. Some in a
yeah,
hotel.
they said also the tickets dropped down 40%. So we're planning on staying at Margaritaville, but it hasn't been nailed down yet. If that falls through, then we may look at one of the Universal hotels.
Margarita sounds nice. That hotel. Is the drinks included, or you got to pay for that?
Oh no, you'll have to pay. I mean, Jimmy
Oh,
Buffett
it's
gonna
not
make
like
you
a
pay for
resort,
everything.
not like that.
Well, it says it's a resort, but I bet you still. I mean, you have to. I'm sure you have to buy your drinks separate.
Well, it does like Mexico, resort, everything's included.
Yeah,
I guess
I
not.
will. If my job would allow me to fly right now, I'd have already been to Cozumel or Cancun. I can tell you that.
120 just to walk around. Yeah, 120 just to get in the park. So,
Yeah, that includes your food. You got to buy your food separate.
Larry said I don't do rides. So,
So yeah, it's $120 just to walk around, Larry.
and then plus Epcot now has the thing around the well. I mean the garden thing.
hmm
You still now you that's an extra money you got to buy for each cart, food.
Yeah, we thought about doing if we do that.
I think that's the Flower and Garden Festival. Yeah.
Yeah, we saw that, David. I actually saw the Degenerates and Dave and Brandy showed a video of the HTO park, and we talked about doing that. So we're thinking about we're there for 5 days. The first day we're driving down, so we got to spend one day in Tampa. We know that. One day we're looking at Universal, and then either one day at either SeaWorld
Oh,
or
I love SeaWorld. It's
or
cool.
H2O, and then probably 2 days of just relaxing by the pool. Because I don't. Last time we went to Disney, it took me a month to get back. I was so tired from walking and going everywhere and running all the time that it wasn't even like a vacation.
You don't
It was just
realize
one
it, but you walk a lot of steps in Disney. It tires you
here.
out.
Yeah.
So, SeaWorld, do you go on roller coasters or no?
Who me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love roller coasters. Yeah, I mean,
They
as
go
long as
upside down. You don't care, right?
no, I'll ride it. I
Okay.
love it. Now I'm not
Yeah, they
fond
have it
of.
in SeaWorld, so.
Yeah, we're big into marine life, so we love snorkeling. We love if I could scuba, I would do it in a heartbeat. But I'm too old to learn how to scuba because I freak out. But
Oh, I can't
anything to
do that,
do
no.
anything to do with marine life and dolphins and sharks and we got saltwater aquariums in our house. We love the marine life.
Larry said 120 just to get tired out, so a gym membership.
Yeah, that's for one day though, Larry.
Yeah, one day. Yeah, I think you will like SeaWorld, so. Oh, yeah, and then you should try if you don't want to do SeaWorld, you could do Discovery Cove. You could snorkel over there.
I saw Discovery Cove and
Yeah.
SeaWorld was only like $50 a person. Discovery Cove was like $200 a person. It was a little more expensive. But Discovery Cove,
Uh
you get to snorkel and they do dolphin excursions there and stuff.
yeah, and they also have it. if you want, it's a little more money, but they also have a cabana with lunch, food, and stuff.
Oh, one thing we're definitely going to do down there because this was kind of a getaway for my birthday. It's a week after my birthday. Was I've always wanted to go on an airboat ride. So
Well, that's fun.
yeah, I think Jason and Krista was telling me about. I think it's a place called is it Black Hammock?
I thought it was
Uh,
Gatorland. No.
yeah, Gatorland, and this place was called I think Black Hammock, but it's about 30 minutes outside Orlando, and they take you on an airboat ride, you get to see gators, and then they have a restaurant there. So we may go up and do that. But I definitely want to go on an airboat. That's always been something I've always wanted to do my whole life and never done it. And I want to go on an airboat ride.
Larry said it is the 50th birthday, Mike.
Yeah, March the 31st is my 50th birthday. I never thought I'd live to be 50, so it's going to be a celebration for sure if I make it there.
You're gonna
Hopefully, get
party a
together.
lot.
Nah, I'm not going to party. I'm too old
Okay.
to party a
Cause I'm
lot, man.
saying you're 50 now, so I was saying you
I
can
might
party
eat
a
a
lot
lot.
now. That's one's a
I'll,
time.
I'll eat a lot, but I'm not going to. Yeah, today was Ronnie posted today was National Cheesecake Day, and that about killed me because I love cheesecake. That's one of my favorite desserts.
Yeah, he told me which is my favorite. I said I like the Oreo one, Oreo
Yeah,
cheesecake.
yep,
Okay, Anthony. Ben just finished up works for the day. Going to bed now. Oh, thank you.
yeah,
Have a good night. Time to join the club, Mike.
yeah. I'm there, and then my wife joins next year. I'm a year older than my wife, so
Wow. You have a good time though out there. The weather, you like it.
yeah, I'm sure we're gonna have a great time. Well, Anthony, buddy, man, I hate to run on you here, but I got to get up
No,
early
no,
in the
it's
morning
okay.
tomorrow.
You work
Thank
tomorrow?
hey, thank you very much for inviting us on, and next time Michelle will be able to jump on here as well, hopefully. But I can't. I
Yeah.
just want to say thank you, but also, I see you. I told you this earlier. I see you in a lot of chats, and you've gave a lot back to the cruising community. So thank you for what you're
Thank
doing, and
you.
thank you for this opportunity on here.
Yeah. And yeah, next week I'm gonna try to have MGM family on.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Bill and Lucy, they're great people.
Yeah. So have a good night, Mike, and thank you for coming.
All right, thank you, sir. You have a good one.
You too, bye.
All right, bye.
So whoever wants to stay here, let me know. I'm gonna do a food, try some snacks. Let me see who's in chat. Let me see. Good seeing you, Mike. Yeah, yeah. Larry, do you have to go or can you stay? Oh, okay. Okay, have a good night, Larry. Thanks for coming. Hold on. Good night, Larry. Let me see it in chat. If anybody wants to go, you could go. If you want to stay, you can stay. Just let me know. Whoever has to go. Hold on, guys. I will be right back. I will be trying some snacks on YouTube. Hey, Bill and Lucy. I'm gonna be trying some snacks now. All right. So, Bill, if you want, you could just tell Marco Polo if they want to come on. Anybody, just see me try some snacks. Tell Ronnie and Alma because I tried to do the Marco Polo, but there's no volume since I'm on YouTube. Hey, there, Anthony. Hey, Ronnie and Teresa. Welcome to the late night shift party. Hold on, let me put you on the gimbal. Hold on. Okay, wait. What do you have to drink, Anthony? I don't know. I'm about to get a drink. What are you having for drink, Dave? Dave, is Vonnie and Alma on Polo? If they are, I just ask them if they want to hang out with us. They could come. Irish. Wait, who's? Did Anthony say welcome to the late night shift? Yes, yes, Milt. Welcome to the night. I mean, welcome to the late night shift. I'm not even drinking, and I'm already almost. I feel like I'm almost drunk. I can't talk. Irish cream. Oh, that sounds so good, Dave. Oh my god, that sounds so good. Dave, can you hear me? Because I don't have my headphones in. They have people over. Oh, I did not know that. Okay, okay. Bill, can you hear me? Because I took out my headphones. Yeah, okay, thanks. Let me charge that. Yes. Hear you. Okay, cool. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Anthony, you were supposed to have everything prepared. Oh, sorry, Ruth. I went to get a drink. Here we go. Ah, look, here we go. We got Munch Pack. I see you responding. I see you representing. Oh yeah, that's my shirt I got. My sweat I got. Drinks are okay. Yeah, we got the Munch Pack. Okay, let me. Wait. Okay, let me. Ooh. How do you know what country is? Let me see. Okay, we got. Wait, we go right here. Featuring snacks from Canada, Netherlands, South Korea, and more. This should be fun. Let me see how to do this. Red Soda Cup. Wait. Yep. Okay, it should be interesting. Yeah, it should be. Let me see. That says okay. I said did you know Turkey, located near Izut Beach, is one of the most important breed grounds of the loggerhead turtle? Every year, the turtles arrive to lay their eggs on the protected store. Okay. Oh, open, open. Okay, sorry, Ruth. Oh, so Sour Patch Straws. This is the first one. Sour Patch. Where's this from? This is made in the Netherlands. So the Netherlands. This one is Sour Patch passion fruit flavor. So sour, you'll pucker your face hard enough to feel clenching. While these candies are super sour, they also have a super sweet passion fruit flavor to them to make the sour worth it. This is sour. Oh god, I'm gonna talk. Drink your drink with. That was a straw. Okay. This is it. Not bad. It's not sour for me. Got that one. Next one is. Oh. That's good to hear. Hello, Tyler. Welcome back. Next one is this one. I hope you can see that. This is like. Hold on, let me do something. Wait. Let me see if you can see this. Okay. This is it. That's good to hear. What are you drink? Oh my god, Wilt. This one. Oh, this is one. This is from Turkey. Oh, those yummy. Who's this? Mag W. Welcome to the chat. Looks interesting. Pretty good. Yep. So this one is from Turkey. It says, Al- I don't know how to say it. Aloka Biscuit cookies. I don't know how to pronounce it. It says, we're nutty about these cookies made from hazelnut and filled with cocoa cream. These are the cookies you'll come back to even if you don't have milk to dunk them into. To dunk them into. This is how I look. See? Chocolate. I mean hazelnut. Next one is I don't know what is this. I have no idea. Where's this from? This is from South Korea. Poodle churros, chocolate flavored. These delicious churros are baked instead of fried in oil, and then they filled with a sweet and smooth chocolate cream. They are they're a perfect snack for any time and super portable. This one's from South Korea. There you go. Alex. Pretty good. Next one is okay. This one is Bernard Bernard Jamie Dodgers from United Kingdom. Delightful mini cookies with 2 layers of delicious shortbread and a fruity jam filling that can be glazed, although a heart-shaped hole on the top of the biscuit. Jam and donuts are my favorite. Those are good. Jammy donuts are from the United Kingdom. Wait. Next one, I got Jammy donuts are my favorite. Donuts are my favorite. Oh, cool. Next one is this Trumpets onion flavored corn snack. Let's see, where's this one from? Okay, got it. This one from Israel. Oh, this is the surprise, Israel. That's not on my list. This is trumpet onion corn snack. This is from Israel. It's make some noise for these delicious and crunchy or natural corn snacks may look familiar, but they got their own unique flavor and make a perfect snack for any time. So, so these are it. These are like corn chips in America. These are it. Oh, that was good. My favorite. If I had to pick a favorite, let me see. I had to pick a favorite. I think I would say these trumpets. Probably like well, I think I would say these. These were my favorite. I have to say trumpets. Yeah, trumpet probably like buggles. Oh wow. So that was like I had snacks from Canada, Netherlands, South Korea, and there was a surprise. So the surprise was this one. It was the surprise from Israel. Let me see if that's correct. Yep, Israel. That's the surprise. So next month, I gotta when I come back, I'm gonna reorder. I will have to wait for next month to get the next box. I think the first or second I'm gonna join, so it'll be easier. The first or second, April 1st or second, I'm gonna rejoin and do it again. Let me know, guys, if you like to see these snacks. I could do it. I could do it on the live shows more often. They look like the bagels. The cheesy ones are best. Oh, yeah. This one's the This is the onion flavored. That was the onion flavored snacks. This is gonna go for later or another day. Who knows? Put this back in the box. I had this one. This was good too. And that's hey. Did it again. Ruth, do you want to play a game? Anybody want to play Kahoot? Let me know. Let me know. I could. If you guys want to play, just let me know. Let me. That's how like Spidey face. We could do family game night. Anybody want to play Kahoot? Let me know. That's all. What does that say? I gotta open up a package. Let me open up a package here too while I'm at it. From I can't see this. Amazon. Oh, got it. Wait. Uh, at this, at those, are those munch packs? Yep, Dave. That was munch pack. Yep. Got my SD card for my GoPro from Amazon. It's a SanDisk. Let me put it here. Yeah. Dave, did you see the snacks or you want me to show it again? I don't know if you were here or not. Let me know if you saw the snacks or not. Dave, would you like to come up here? I could send you the link. I saw it on. Other expensive. Well, Dave, it cost me I had a coupon, but usually it cost me like 13 something. It I got the mini pack. It's like 13 something every time it for the mini pack. It's like almost $14, 13 something for every time it charges you like every time it goes out. So I'm getting it once a month, so it's gonna charge me like between $13 and $14 every month. But I canceled it now, and when I come, cause I started at the later month, so I'm gonna change it to April 2nd. First, either April first, second, or third. I'm gonna rejoin second or third, and then every time it goes out, it's gonna charge me. Let me see what the comments say. Hey everyone, Ronnie, I'm Sean, and I are watching. Oh, hello, wait. Hello, Ronnie, and I'm Sean. Whoa! Dave, you want to come up? Let me know. Or you want to come up, Ronnie? Now you have guests. I'm just kidding. Whoever wants to come up, let me know. I'll give them the link. Let me put the link in chat. How I do this? Ronnie said, "Whoa!" So I put the link in chat for anybody who wants to come up. You're more than welcome to. I am bored, so anybody could come up. I don't care. You guys want to play Cahoots? I could start it. Who's here? Hello, Dave.
Well, first off, can you hear me?
Wait. I can hear you now. Yes.
Okay, all right. And it's not
Yeah.
echoing. Not echoing.
No, you're clear.
All right, very good.
You're clear. I thought you were in Josh and Michelle's house. I see the ships on the sticks.
Hey, I'm proud of those. Those
Yeah,
cost a lot of
like
money.
the background. Yeah, the snack pack was like 14 between 13 and 14 a month. The munch packs.
Right. And how many snacks were in there? You had what, about 5 snacks?
Yeah, 5. But wait, let me see. Wait, 1, 2, 3. Actually, 4, and then the fifth 4, and then the 5th snack was a surprise.
Oh, that's cool. That was the one from Israel, right?
Yeah, the Israel was a surprise one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But there's all different ones you could get. I got the cheapest one, but there's other ones. There's more money. You could get the big one. You could get the family pack.
Mm-hmm.
It depends. It depends which one you want. So.
I remember seeing them. I guess Paro DJ had them on, didn't they?
That's how I know. Yeah. That's how I got it from.
Mm-hmm.
That's Yeah, that's how I got it from Pebble DJ. He had it. Ronnie and Alma got the universal snacks. They got a different one.
Right.
Universal, they send you everything.
I noticed you had your red caboose shirt on there. Did you enjoy your trip
I was
up
a little
there?
cold, so I got it on. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you enjoy that trip?
Yeah, that was a fun trip I had.
Mm-hmm.
It was fun. But there was
That's
like
not too
almost
far.
what happened?
That's not too far from me. That's about 30, 40, 35 minutes maybe from here,
Oh,
from where I
really?
live.
Oh,
So that's Lancaster County.
yeah. Have you tried it? You have to try it. It's nice.
Since I live so close, and I've been to Strasburg Railroad, which is right there with it. I've
Oh, I
taken
never.
my
I
kids
was
on
gonna
that.
do that, but it was closed. They said
Yeah,
because of what's
yeah.
going on.
And the big railroad museums across the street, I don't know if that's open or not either, but I've been down there. To us, that's a day trip. So we never stayed overnight in the cabooses.
So where are you near Lancaster or Hershey Park?
We're kind of between Hershey and Harrisburg. I always say Hershey. Everybody seems to know where Hershey is. When I say
Yeah.
Harrisburg, people like look at me with the blind stare. Where's Harrisburg? It's
So
somewhere in PA.
you're
So if
not
I say,
far from the parks, right? Hershey Park. You're not far drive.
oh no, it's like 10 minutes. 10 minutes down
Oh,
the road.
okay. Oh, it's nice there.
Oh yeah.
I went
In
there in
fact,
the
they're making
summer.
it.
Hershey Park. It was
There's
nice.
a big expansion that they just did last year. Unfortunately, it didn't open much with what was going on, but hopefully it'll get back into full swing this year.
I hope so. Yeah, yeah. Everything's like shut down and stuff.
Yeah.
All the states. Yeah, the horse and buggy. There was a hard one to find. I finally found one because everything was shut down due to what's going on.
I've never heard much about the Amish community and what their feelings are on COVID because they march to a different drum. They do what they want to do. If the governor in this state tells them to wear a mask, they can just they don't have to. They kind of
Yeah.
follow their own rules.
Yeah, I was talking to the guy. How you feel about COVID? What's going on? The Amish guy says, "Oh, whatever." I was like, "Okay." The guy was like, he couldn't care less. He was like, "Whatever. I do this. I do that." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Okay."
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "Okay. I guess they don't care then." I don't know.
No, they run their own rules. I mean, they interact with people when they have to, and they're usually very nice, very hardworking people. But
Yeah, they are sweet. They are nice.
yeah.
Dave, what happened before? You did a test, and when I said there was sound, then you shut off the live.
Right. Well, I said I was going to try it for a few minutes. At least I put it in the comments, and then
It just
I
said a
was
test. There was no few minutes, so I didn't know. That's why.
yeah, yeah. No, that was it. I was just trying to figure out how to do it.
So you're gonna go live now instead? I mean, from now on.
Um, I have no real plan to. I can do it now. So now we can do what we're doing right now. If I need to pop in for places, I can. I don't plan any real programs, but hey, just like you, maybe I'll decide I have something I want to talk about. So I'll pop
Maybe
on.
you never know. You might
Yeah,
like it.
it was
You
funny.
might like it. So
Well,
yeah,
it was funny. I popped on. I didn't expect anybody to say anything. You popped in. Actually, I think Bob and Sarah, the Q's Cruisers, popped
I
in
got the
first. Connie
notification.
swung by.
It said you
Yeah.
were live, so that's why I jumped in.
Yep.
I was
So
like,
it
"Oh,
kind of caught
Dave's
me off guard,
live."
but it worked.
Yeah, you only had two people in the chat, but it worked though.
Yep.
So you're gonna use StreamYard to go live or YouTube?
Well, when I was doing that test, you were seeing it on YouTube, right?
Well, I went on. Yeah, I think everybody still goes on YouTube. Yeah, yeah, to look at it.
Right.
Yeah.
So I was using the StreamYard program, and that's linked to YouTube. However, that works.
Yeah, but sometimes you could just go live directly from YouTube
I haven't explored that yet, so
on the
I'm not.
computer though, not on the phone yet, until you have 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah. Well, I don't think I plan that in my future. I'm just enjoying hanging out.
Hanging out.
Mhm.
That's right. So I guess you went on a lot of carnivals, right? I see the ships on sticks.
Yep, I've been on Oh, 10 Carnival and 1 Norwegian. In fact, when we go on the BBD rum cruise, unless we cruise before that, we'll turn platinum.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
Platinum. Wow.
platinum is 75 days.
Wow. And you get special perks with platinum, right? Free laundry, I heard. Something like that.
Yeah, you get some laundry. You get first on the ship. You get first on the tenders. I guess first off tenders and stuff like if you go to Half
Yeah, the
Moon Key or
ports.
whatever. But
Wow. That's cool. That's good perk. And Norwegian, what ship was it? What was your first one?
Escape, and it was the
Oh, I
only
went on
cruise
that.
out
I
of.
love that ship.
We left out of New York City to go to Bermuda for 3 days.
Oh, how's Bermuda? I have never went there.
Been there 3 times. It's really nice. You can. The first time we went to see the beaches. So we saw a couple beaches and hung out. Even though you're there for 3 days,
Oh yeah, that's true. I forgot.
right. You get there the first day, then you have a full day. You get there like I think it was Wednesday morning. So once you get settled, you got part of that day. Thursday is a full day, and then Friday, they turn around and start getting ready to leave. So we did that. We saw the cities of Hamilton, and we went up one time. We went up to the North City in St. George, toured
No, which
around.
part you docked in? Hamilton?
No, you're not.
Because
You're
there's like
not docked
three
in Hamilton.
different
Yeah,
ports, I
Hamilton.
think, in Bermuda.
Right, Hamilton can only handle smaller ships. We were at King's Wharf, so you're way out in the end of that tip of the J. If you think of Bermuda kind of like a J, well, you're at the
So what
very.
is there? Hamilton and King's Wharf, and there's another one, right? Or just two?
Hamilton is the city. The King's Wharf and something else are considered, I think, the two docks that are right there over by the dockyard.
Oh. Did you go outside at nighttime, or was it dangerous?
Oh no! At nighttime, it's great. There's a few shops and stuff open, but there's some bars and stuff open. There's a pirate ship that
Oh
you could
wow.
actually walk the plank. It's like a pirate ship bar. It doesn't go anywhere. It's literally a bar. Party going on there. Crew members from the ship will end up going to that pirate ship to party, and you can walk the plank and jump in the water.
Oh really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Yeah, the other one, it says Royal Navy Dockyard.
Yeah, that's where the big cruise ships go there. They can handle 2 cruise ships there. Plus, you can get ferries right there that can take you over to Hamilton, so you don't have to drive all the way around the island, or you can take a ferry up to St. George.
So Bermuda, it's safe at nighttime, right? Not like
Yeah,
Nassau, right?
yeah, Bermuda's safe, but like Hamilton, you've got to leave early enough because the public transportation won't get you back. If you want to take the buses or the ferries, they end. And
There's no
Bermuda
Uber
kind of
there,
rolls up
right?
the. What's that?
Uber, they don't have that over there? Like
I don't know if they
Lyft?
do or not. They
I don't know.
may have it, but to go from Hamilton by car, you have to go all the way around that J again. You have to go
Oh,
from
that's a
like the
long
middle of the J
time.
all the way back around to the dock. And I think at night though, Hamilton, they kind of roll up the doormats at night and kind of close up. So it's
Oh,
fun to
okay.
get back around the ship.
Yeah, cause I think we were supposed to go to the island, right? Norwegian, Great of K, but it got canceled because of the wind. So we ended up staying in Nassau 2 nights. We got there at nighttime, and people could go off the ship, and people say, "Oh, sorry," and people say, "Well, I would not go off the ship at nighttime in Nassau, Bahamas."
I would agree with that. If you've been to Nassau,
I've been to Nassau on a day, never at night, but I heard
right,
it's
but
dangerous over there.
right, but when you get off the ship at Nassau, once you leave that little harbor area, like if you go over to Paradise Island, where
Yeah.
as soon as you leave the ship and start driving down the street, you see barbed wire fences up protecting homes and all kinds of stuff. It's like, yeah, I don't think I want to be around here if you've got to have a barbed wire fence around your house.
That's true. Yeah. I didn't go in. I said, nah, you know what? I'll go into Nassau in the morning. I'll go the next day.
Yeah, you're
I
probably
just did
best
on the
for that.
ship at nighttime.
Yeah.
That's why I
Although
asked. Is Bermuda like that? I thought it was bad like that at nighttime.
no,
I didn't
it's not at
know.
all. It's really laid back and pretty nice.
Oh. And the rest was the carnivals you went to on the rest of them?
Yep. All the rest were
Wow.
carnivals. I've been to Bermuda twice on Carnival, but out of Baltimore. So you just Baltimore whoosh, straight over there, and you're in Bermuda.
Wow. But
And
does Carnival go to New York? Because I think I saw them like once or twice out of New York City port.
they have been there. For
But
one,
I don't see them down often.
no, I'm trying to think. I think the Sunshine, was it the Sunshine that was there, or
Was the sunrise?
maybe it was the Sunrise. But I think sometimes
Because
they
Dave
only
and
come out of,
Brandy had a video, the sunrise.
right. They come out of New York only part of the time of the year, or when they're bringing a ship over from overseas, whether it's been dry docked or whatever. They'll bring them over and they'll cruise out of New York a little bit, and then they'll run them down to Florida
Yeah,
or
but they don't
Galveston or
cruise
wherever
like
they're going.
Norwegian constantly, right? A lot. They don't.
What's that?
I'm saying Carnival, they won't do like Norwegian cruise line, cruise out of New York a lot.
I don't think they have a totally set schedule to do that, because you got to remember
Oh,
too. Even it's surprising that they run 365, well, 52 weeks out of the year out of Baltimore, because it gets cold.
yeah.
New York's even just a little bit colder. So I
Yeah, that's
don't.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing the closest to New York is Baltimore, right? For Carnival.
Yep.
I'm guessing. Oh, yeah. Yeah,
And
because in the
I've
New
been on.
York, what happened?
I said, we've taken Carnival out of Baltimore on a Christmas cruise. That was probably the I don't want to say it was the coldest one, but that's the latest in the year we've traveled. Uh,
Oh,
and
sunrise, yeah.
the
Wow. Have you been on a Carnival Pride?
oh yeah, that's my favorite ship.
Fellow DJ loves that ship, even
Oh
Dave and
yeah, that's
Brandy.
one of those back there is a Pride. Let's see, there we go.
Wow. That's
Yeah,
cool.
it's hard to see. It's reflecting, but
Yeah, but I know. Oh, that's nice. So the Pride, did you only been on that one time or did you repeat that ship?
let's see, the Pride probably 5 or 6 times, because it's close. Baltimore's 90 minutes.
So basically, if you're going out Pride again, you know the layout, you know where everything is, right?
Oh yeah. Well, here's the sad thing was, we were scheduled to go on the Legend, but the cruise got dropped, unfortunately,
Oh,
because of,
the Legend?
yeah, a Legend is just, apparently it's just like the Pride. So what they're going to do now is, the Legend was out of Tampa, and this may all change. The Legend was out of Tampa. The Pride
Yeah,
was
they
out of
changed that.
Baltimore. They were going to flip flop them. They're going to put the Pride in Tampa and put the Legend in Baltimore.
I would like the Pride to be in Baltimore. Everybody loves the Pride, but
Well, but the Legends is the same style ship. It's a Spirit class.
oh,
So hopefully it'll look fairly similar, except for the Legend was not as upgraded as the Pride.
yeah.
I'm not
Did you
sure the
watch
Legend
Pearl
had.
DJ's vlog?
Oh yeah, I've seen them. Oh yeah.
They went to the Legend, and Pearl DJ said he really didn't like the Legend because the food wasn't really that good. Everything he ordered, it was like very fried. He said
Yeah.
it was like overdone. Yeah, he took that to
Yeah.
Alaska. Yeah,
But I
yeah.
don't think the Legend was refurbished enough. I don't know if it had like a guise on it, or
I
if it
don't think
had.
so.
Yeah, it didn't have some of the stuff yet.
Or the
But
Blue Iguana, right?
well, yeah, I would have gone on it. But the Legend was supposed to go over and be dry docked, and then come back before it got to Baltimore, and it was supposed to
Oh, they were
be.
gonna add more stuff.
Yep. They
Oh,
were.
so when they went, that was before the dry dock, right? When they went to Alaska.
Who's that Legend?
D&J, yeah, when they went to
Oh,
Alaska, yeah.
yes, when the Legend was over running the West Coast before it came to Tampa. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's why. Oh, wow. Wow. That's cool. But everybody like always says something about Cornwall. I don't like it. The food's nasty. What do you not like? I don't know.
The food's fine.
There's always a bad rep about Cornwall. I don't know why. It's
I,
cheaper. That's what
I
I think. Carnival's
people
cheap.
people have their favorites, but I can only compare Carnival and Norwegian, and I'll be honest, the Norwegian's food was, I don't want to say it was better, but there was it seemed like a lot more
Yeah,
different types of things that they had. They had a little bit better variety on their
they
Lido.
do.
Yeah.
And the Norwegian on Escape. I love their upcharge restaurants. They were good.
Yes. But what's the name of the pub that's downstairs, like right in the middle? I want to say
Norwegian or
it's like
Carnival?
O'Sheehan's or something. I just don't
Oh,
remember the name.
Sheehan's.
Is that it?
Yeah, but
Where
on
you,
some of the newer ship, it's called the Local now. But it's like
okay.
that. Sheehan's.
Yeah, that was a great play. If you wanted
It's
something
on
almost
top of
any
the
time of
atrium,
day.
right? The second floor, like on top of the atrium. I mean.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you
The
could
Sheehan.
overlook. If you didn't want to sit right in the tables at the bar, you could sit just outside the bar, and you could look down over the atrium and watch the big screen and watch people hanging out playing games downstairs.
Yeah, and if you're hungry in the middle of the night, you could always get something in Sheehan's.
Yep.
They were open late. I love that. I love the Carnival's food's okay, not amazing.
Exactly. Meg's
Yeah.
got it. Exactly. It's okay.
Have you ever had a bad meal on Carnival or never? That a
A
food you
bad
didn't
meal.
like?
No, I don't think I've ever had a bad meal. The best thing about, especially if you're in the main dining room, is you can try different stuff. So if I
That's
had
what I
something I
like.
didn't like, I'm not calling it a bad meal. I'm just saying, hey, I didn't like it, but I tried it.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. I like the blue iguana from Carnival.
Yeah, have you ever had a breakfast burrito?
I love that. Oh my god, you liked it?
Oh,
They're
they are
good.
awesome. I'll be there. Sometimes I'll be there at 7 o'clock when they open,
You know
or
what I like?
7.
I always get when I'm not that really hungry. I get that in a deli. I like they have the tuna wraps. It's so good.
Hmm.
Yeah, I
And those
love
guys
that.
will do it. They'll do anything for you if you ask them. No,
Yeah, I like
they,
Guy's burgers too.
yeah.
Oh, they're good. Yeah. Yes, blue iguana is my stuff. Yeah, but the Horizon they have blue iguana right and the Guy's burger for the group
Never,
cruise.
I've never been on the Horizon, but I believe they do have the Blue Iguana and Geisberger. But
Oh,
the last one I was on was the Magic,
oh, I went on
and
the
they had
Magic.
that
It was
guys.
nice.
Yeah, they had the guys. What is it, Pig and Anchor, where you could go in.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
was really good.
I like that.
Yep.
Are you going on a Mardi Gras or no?
Not yet, not planned, but
Uh,
the next one is the next one planned is the back to back BBD Rum Run,
are
and
you
then the
going on
second
back
one.
to back?
Yep,
Wow.
yep, we're going back to back. I want to go back to the ABC Islands. Actually, I've never been to the B. I've been to Aruba and Curacao, but never Bonaire.
Oh wow. I heard Bonnie
So
is nice.
yeah,
Wow. So are you
so
gonna vlog or you don't vlog?
I don't, Anthony. If you've seen, I posted a few videos. They're
Yeah,
really
well I
just
figured
shorts.
maybe or the creators doing it, I thought maybe you're gonna start. I didn't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not my plan, but even if I do some shorts or if I do something like this live, that,
Yeah, you never
that's
know.
cool. I'm not into it for monetary and any of that stuff.
Well, yeah, yeah, that's true. Yeah, yeah. You saw D. I love D says she booked a cruise today. I'm like, that's cheap.
I
The
did
princess.
Princess, right?
Yeah, she said it's the Regal Princess. It's 5 nights. It goes to only two ports, Amber Cove and Grand Cayman.
Yeah, and even if she doesn't get off the boat, that's still a great price.
And I said, how much
Everything
was that? She
included.
said, yeah, she said $500. The drinks are included, and she said there might be upcharge restaurants included. She's not sure, but the drink packages, she said.
Drink package, Wi-Fi, gratuities. She was rolling them off.
I
They
don't
were
know about
all.
the Wi-Fi. I didn't see it. Did it have it?
Yeah, I thought she said it, but
Because I couldn't see the screen, so it was
yeah,
blurry. Yeah, but she told me, yeah, I had the drink package included, and she said all for $500.
yeah.
I was like, wow. In Lead Fort Lauderdale.
Now she just has to invest in the airline tickets. I didn't think
Yeah,
that was
that's the
included.
thing.
Well, it depends where
That's
she
the
flies
thing.
from. In fact, for some reason, I think she flies, or wait, I'm not sure. One of those folks said they fly out of Atlantic City on Spirit.
Oh yeah, that's
I
where
don't know.
D goes.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
D.
that's probably pretty inexpensive.
Because she says she don't like Newark. She says she either flies from Philadelphia or Atlantic City.
Yeah. Well,
She
here I
said.
can. Here, 90 minutes to Baltimore. Well, I've got Harrisburg International, which goes most places and has Allegiant and Frontier for cheap flights. If they don't do it, Baltimore's 90 minutes, Philly's about 90 minutes. So New York's about 3 hours.
So Philadelphia, is that an international airport?
Oh, yeah. You can go
Oh, okay, I
overseas from
wasn't
there.
sure.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, have a great night, Meg. Yeah, oh, that's nice. That's nice. Philadelphia. Oh, I didn't know it was an international. Okay, I see.
Oh, yeah. You can go over to Europe from there straight away, I guess, from some of the flights.
Yeah, because I wonder why it does that. Like last time I was looking like for Europe, I wanted to get a price. We were doing a group trip. Kim and Neil, they were gonna go to Egypt, right? So I went to look a price, and it won't leave from Florida. It tells me from Florida I gotta get a layover either in Washington D.C. or New York. I was like, what? It won't go straight from there? I guess not. I guess not.
To Egypt.
To Egypt, yeah, Cairo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know
Yeah, yeah,
there's direct flights out of DC and I don't know about
yeah.
Philly, but in New York, over to most any place in Europe. But I'm not sure about once you go farther into Africa, what's direct or not.
Yeah, I wonder if you could go to direct from Florida to Europe. I don't know.
Oh yeah,
I had,
British
oh,
Airways flies out of Orlando Sanford to London.
Stanford? That's far.
Well, I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that. They fly out of Orlando International.
Oh
It's
yeah, that's the
it's
international Orlando.
Thompson flies out of Sanford, I
And
think.
Allegiant, yeah.
Well, but no, there's an international. There's one flight. I don't know if it's one flight a day, one flight every handful of days. That's direct to England.
Oh really?
Mm-hmm. In fact, I remember we had to wait when we were leaving Sanford. We had to wait for that big plane to land and taxi in before we could take off.
Wow. Oh my God.
So,
Wow. That's great. That's insane. Yeah. I heard like in the winter, a lot of the airlines they ice the plane. I heard.
that was, I remember when the first time I know they do it, but Bill, when they were getting ready to go to Florida, he was stuck there for a hour in Philly as they de-ice the plane, as they have to spray the whole thing down completely.
It must have been really frozen then. Yeah.
Well, as the rain starts falling, it's cold and snow and whatever just sticks to the wings, and that's sadly that's a big no, man. The wings have to
No.
be
They gotta de-ice it then because of that. Yeah.
got to be
That's
as
a no.
clean as possible, smooth as a baby's bottom.
Yeah. Dave, are you gonna go to Morocco? Because there's a group trip coming up with Two Traveling Tour.
No, I've never. It's not been in my mind. My bucket list would be to like go to Australia. And the Two Travel and Tour, they're out from the western part of this state. They're out from south of Pittsburgh, I think.
Yeah, like the Greensboro over there, somewhere like that.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they were saying they might do a group trip because they were supposed to go to Egypt, but it got canceled because she didn't want to be stuck there.
Well,
So they're
I
gonna try to
know
go to Morocco.
a lot of these folks, in these groups are going to Cancun and stuff. Now, I've never flown out of the country. I've been
You
to
never did?
Mexico. I've driven out of the country. I've been to Mexico and I've been to Canada, but I've never flown out of the country. In fact, I only got the passport about 4 or 5 years ago, and that just makes it easier for cruising.
So you drove to Mexico?
Oh yeah, we drove.
I
Well,
never
not
did that.
that far in. We drove to El Paso, and then we went over at El Paso, and basically we smuggled liquor and cigarettes back in.
You got caught or no? I hope
Nope,
not.
no, no, no. They didn't care. It was a lot of
Uh,
years ago. It was a lot of years ago. They didn't
because you
care.
know the customs now, forget it.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
what did you get any? You said, hey, did you get any souvenirs? And one of us had a big sombrero. Oh yeah, I got this sombrero, and he's go ahead and just go ahead.
Wow.
It's not that easy anymore.
So was that a long drive to Mexico?
God, well, I mean, we went a bunch of places. It was like a 2 week driving vacation.
Uh, wow.
So we went down there. We went up to Phoenix and to Santa Fe and through the Midwest and back around.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Wow.
That was before we got, well, this is a long time ago. So the cruising has been an interest for about 10 years now. We only got into cruising 2011. Our neighbors begged us to go on cruises, and I was kind of always the holdout. I don't know. So we went on it. We were hooked, and we're actually going to beat them to platinum.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they won't turn platinum until they're coming with us on the BBD run back to back.
I was
So there'll
gonna
be
say
four
you
of
should
us.
invite them, but they coming. Oh,
Oh no, they're coming, and they'll turn platinum on the second cruise. We'll turn platinum on the first one.
so what are you now? Gold?
Yep,
Ah,
gold got 70 days in, and when you hit 75, you're platinum. But if you're going to hit 75 during whatever cruise you're on, they'll start you out as platinum on that cruise.
oh, and what is it after platinum? Diamond?
Diamond.
So diamond's
After
supposed to be
diamond,
better,
you're an
or they
owner.
both the same?
What's that?
Diamond, is it supposed to be better, or are they both the same?
Diamond. There's a few more perks with Diamond. I don't remember what they were,
Oh,
but I think Diamond. You have some sort of personal dinner with the captain. The Diamond people do,
oh,
and
that's nice.
some other stuff like that. But
And then once you pass diamond, you're diamond for life, right?
yeah, you're Diamond for life, or you become an owner.
Oh, yeah, yeah. And
And if you
Norwegian,
own stock, I know you study and you're doing the travel agent stuff. If you own
yeah.
stock in Carnival, if you own 100 shares of stock in Carnival, now with COVID, I don't know what's going to go on. But if you owned 100 shares of Carnival stock, you could get onboard credit depending on how long your cruise is. You get
Oh, wow.
$50, $100, or more.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. That's cool. And
Yeah.
Norwegian, what are you though? You bronze, right?
For what?
NCL, Norwegian.
Whatever. One cruise. So yeah, I think
Oh, you
when
just
you
took
take
one? Oh, okay.
when you take your second cruise, I think you do turn something. You turn.
Um,
You might be bronze or something. I'm not familiar. We wanted to hit the plateau here. We wanted to get to uh, platinum on Carnival, and I have nothing opposed to trying the rest of the cruise lines. And our
I was gonna say you
goal
gotta
is,
try other cruise lines if you want. I don't know.
our goal is to move to Florida probably within the next couple of years, maybe a year or 2 years. So if we're there, we can hit every cruise line we want. At that point, we'll be both retired, and we can do MSC, Princess, celebrity, Disney. I don't know about Disney. Disney seems
Disney's a
just a
lot of
little,
money.
yeah, expensive. If I got a
I
deal,
went on one Disney ship, and it was because it was very, very cheap. Um, I went on a Magic with a 4 day, but other ones are they high.
mm, you know,
And I don't know if you go to the casino, but there's no casino on there.
yeah, that wouldn't matter. The Disney, I guess it's the Disney experience. If you're with
Yeah,
kids, it's probably a little more enhanced. Um,
a
for
lot of kids
adults,
on there.
I guess everybody could be a kid at heart.
Yeah, there's MSC, Celebrity. There's all different ones from Florida. So, but the biggest cruise port is Miami. A lot of them sail from Miami mostly.
I haven't been to Miami yet. I've been to Port Canaveral. I've been out of Fort Lauderdale, New York, and Baltimore.
And
So
you haven't been out of Tampa or Jacksonville yet, right?
no Tampa, no Jacksonville, no Galveston, no West
Wow.
Coast.
And you haven't been out of Louisiana, New Orleans, right?
That's right. I haven't been out of there.
Wow. Are you going on a vloggers cruise?
No, no. The only cruise planned right
They're
now
going
is
out of there. So
yeah. The only cruise I have planned is the BBD one. Now, if it starts opening up and things do get better, we'll probably hop on something before the end of the year, I hope, or maybe beginning of next year. Because the BBD cruise is so far off.
Ruth, Dave,
I
you're
am
full of great
full.
information. Much appreciated.
Yeah, Ruth, I am full of it.
Dave, I'm surprised you're not a travel agent. You know everything.
No, but I try to learn a lot. Before I want to say before we started cruising, I don't remember if I started to watch some of the Paro DJ vlogs,
Yeah,
but
I
as
watched them. I don't remember the last time I watched them, but I've been with them forever. I meant to say.
right, I don't know if they were doing it back in 2011 or not, but I started to try and learn all I could. I mean, he
Yeah.
saved me. I don't know how much money Jay saved me because he said if you became a member of AARP, they don't do it anymore, which it really sucks. But if you become a member of AARP and you took these little quizzes, all they did is ask you a handful of questions and they would update the quizzes. You could get these points. And then you
I
could turn
remember him
these
saying
points.
that on a vlog. I
Right.
remember. Yeah.
You could turn the points in for gift certificates. And
Wow.
yeah, and if you could pay a little money and get a whole bunch of money off. So I would do these tests. Heck, I would do the tests in English, and to get more points because there were more tests, I did them all in Spanish
You
because you could do
did?
them in another language. So I did all the tests in Spanish. They didn't know the difference, and they gave me the points. So
Wow.
we were getting these gift cards like crazy, which was great. It saved us a lot of money.
Can you still do that or they took it
Nope.
off?
No, I don't know if they learned their lesson, but they changed the way they were doing it. So
Wow.
yeah, they
Oh my
limited it.
God. Oh, they limited it? Oh,
Yeah.
that was cool. That
So I
was
mean,
cool.
that's just a little trick that I learned. I've learned from
Oh, I
a
never
lot of
knew that.
different people on things just to research the ships you're going on. You're knowing where you're going before you get
Yeah.
there. Because the first time we got on the Pride, I know it's not a big ship. Man, we were overwhelmed, almost lost.
That's a
But
big shift of pride. It is.
it really isn't a big ship. The Escape, that's a monster.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, the escape is huge.
Yeah, when the top floor of the Escape is like 20 or 21, and the top floor of the Pride is 11, 12,
Yeah.
something like that.
The new one, I forgot the new one. What's the new one? The Blue? Oh no, the Encore. The Encore is the new one. Norwegian Encore, yeah. It has the go-kart in it.
Right. And what's the Mardi Gras? That has the roller
It
coaster,
has the
right?
boat. The roller coaster, yeah. The Mardi Gras. You gotta Would you go on that, or you don't like those rides? It just goes around the whole deck,
I don't know.
but you gotta
Hey,
push it. You gotta push it forward, and then your speed. Yeah.
right. Just have to wait and see when I get there. I'm a big person. I don't fit on some rides. I fit on some, but I don't fit on others.
And the Horizon, they have the sky ride. You pedal with your foot.
I've seen that.
It goes
Not
all
sure.
around.
I don't think I'd try that.
Yeah. 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 That's what they have. They have that on there. Yeah. And then
Mhm.
I believe the Breakaway has the ice bar. I
Not
believe.
familiar. Not familiar with that.
Oh, the ice bar is. I think you gotta pay a fee, or it's like a spa package. You go in because it's freezing. They give you a jacket so cold, and then you could drink in an ice bar.
Oh yes, I do remember seeing the
Yeah,
advertisement for that.
ECC. I saw it. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. But you got to
Okay,
pay a fee, something for that.
if I want cold, I know where the ice cream machine is.
That's what everybody said. Everybody said, "Oh, I won't do that. It's too cold." A lot of people won't do that, so I don't know why. Yeah, I want to go to the Galapagos. That's where I want to go.
Oh, that's cool. But
The
there are ships
Galapagos.
that go there, but they're not big ships, right? You have it's they're
No,
small ships
it's
that
the
go there.
small celebrity. Like, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. And then I saw Cara. You watch Cara and Nate?
No, no.
Okay, well, I saw them. They did an Antarctica cruise. They did an Antarctica cruise.
You know somebody was talking about that today. It might have been on Marco Polo. That was on their bucket lists, and it it would be interesting.
Yeah, and they
I think it
jumped
would.
right in the ocean. Yeah,
Yeah, it would be interesting. Um,
yeah,
that's like the one continent, you know, hardly anybody's ever touched.
yeah. Because it's so fun. Karen said she had to fly like to not Europe. It's like one of the continents, and then she had to take a boat over or something like that. Yeah.
I I'm trying to remember what the cruise itineraries were, but it was something like you had to go to like Buenos Aires or someplace,
Yes, yeah, that
Brazil,
was in Buenos Aires. Yeah,
and then you went down to the tip, which is Argentina, and visited, and then
yeah,
you went from there. You snuck over, and you got onto a couple of the islands of the Antarctic, and then you came back.
yeah. Because it's not straight there from the plane where you got to go all the way up. Then
Right.
something like that. Yeah, I want to do a Hawaii cruise. I heard that's nice.
Cruise to Hawaii or do the island cruise around Hawaii or
Yeah,
both?
that's the one. Island cruise out of Hawaii
Mhm.
on the Pride of America, Norwegian. So, I know it's not a cruise, but are you going on a trip with Brad, the land Hawaii cruise? I mean, the land Hawaii vacation.
Oh, no, no, no. That's just Hani and
Well,
Brad
Sarah's
and
going, so I thought maybe you could go.
pardon?
Sarah from Cruise Cruises, she's going too.
Yes. Yeah, it's just those three couples.
Oh, I thought they invited themselves. I didn't know. I don't know.
No, I think it's just the three of them are hanging out. That's all.
Oh, oh,
It wasn't a group trip, and
oh, it's
you
not.
know,
Oh,
no, as far as I know, it's not, and that's cool. They just want to get, hey, getting away anywhere is like gold right now. If you can,
and Sharon, this Monday, Sharon's leaving for Hawaii.
yeah, let's say
Sharon
then.
SC.
Mhm. But I
That's
assume
nice.
I assume that ship isn't cruising, so I guess they're just doing their,
Cause she's not
whatever they
cruising,
do on the
so
islands. Mhm.
yeah, yeah. That's nice. I want to do Hawaii. Yeah. Have you done an Alaska cruise or you never?
Nothing out of the West Coast. Nope.
Oh, yeah. I would
Would
like
I
to
like
do
to?
that.
Yeah,
I
sometime,
want to do
someday.
that. Yeah. But
Mhm.
everybody says the seas is rocky from Alaska seas.
Well, I don't know. I have a
Yeah.
friend who lives in Alaska.
Oh, really?
He lives above the Arctic Circle. Actually used to be
Wow.
my boss. He was my boss years ago. He
Oh
lives
wow.
he lives in a place called Anaktuvik Pass. It is above the Arctic Circle. It is 80 miles west of the ice road at its highest point. So he's above the Arctic Circle and he's 80 miles west of nowhere in a small
Wow.
village. And just like this, if he wants
Uh-huh.
to if he sends me a Facebook message, I got it. He probably could get on here and stream if he wanted to, which is almost amazing because he is in the middle of nowhere.
And he has no signal problems?
No, they have cell service in their community and it comes down through satellite. So they
Oh
have no
really?
problem.
Oh. Wow.
So
But Dave, is that true? I don't know if you're asking, but is that true? Somebody said it's like it don't get nighttime over there, it's daylight or a lot of months. I don't know if it's
uh,
true or not.
well, what is happening in the winter is they are perpetually dark. The sun doesn't rise. It only glows. There's a little bit of glow. You know how like twilight is after the sun goes down? It's
Yeah.
dark. It's dark most of the day, and then like midday, there'll be this glow on the horizon. That's at its darkest point. That's like around December. And
Oh.
then the glow will get longer and longer and longer, and eventually, boom, the sun will pop up for a couple minutes and go back down. And then it'll pop up and go back down. And it'll get longer and longer until the middle of summer. The sun will be up for like 16 hours, 17 hours, 18 hours. But when it goes down, it doesn't go all the way down. It's just a glow. It's like you could still be out playing baseball at 4 in the morning. It
Oh
doesn't get
my
totally
God.
dark. That's how it is above the Arctic Circle.
So how they sleep? They wear eye patch, something?
I don't know.
That's
They
crazy.
pull the
I didn't know
shades
it really
down.
does that.
They pull the shades.
Wow. Yeah, because D and J said when they went on a cruise, they said it was 9 o'clock at night and the sun was still out.
As you get farther north, yeah. And it depends where you are in the time zone. But yeah, if you're above the Arctic Circle, that's where it stays brightest, longest.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm like, wow, that's cool. That's funny. Wow. But it gets cold there, right? In Alaska, really cold
Yeah, he sends me if it's
in the
going to get
winter.
real cold. If it gets real cold, he'll send me a screenshot from his phone, and the air temperature will get to be between 40 and 50 below air, not wind. The wind chills will be 60 to 70 below.
Oh
And
my God.
he's done the thing where he's taken a cup of hot water outside, throwing it into the air, and it comes down as just frozen crystals.
Wow. Does he like living there?
He's been there 10 years, so I'm thinking yeah, but I've heard he's given me a little hints now and then that he's thinking maybe he'd like to move back down. His sister lives in San Jose, thinking he might be heading that way.
Rude said, Dave, with your experience and information under your belt, you really should do live streams.
Well, I don't know what I would talk about. If it's interacting with other people, yeah. If it was just me sitting here by myself, you know, eh,
Well, I guess something to think about.
you know,
Something to think about. I guess, yeah.
yeah.
Something to think about then, yeah. Well, that's nice. He lives in Alaska. Wow. Because in the summer, it's just like 45 degrees. I can imagine the winter how cold it is.
In the summer, they get up into the 50s and 60s. They even occasionally the low 70s. But apparently, the mosquitoes up there in the middle of summer for a couple of months are awful. I mean, worse
Oh,
than Florida.
really?
Worse than Florida. They're big and they're nasty, and there's millions of
Oh
them.
my God. Wow. Uh, uh, so when you went on an escape, where you went to? You went to the Bahamas?
Escape was only Bermuda.
Oh, Bermuda. Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, and you know what the nice thing about I like sea days. I probably like sea days more than port days. But
That's what
when
I
you
like
take
seated because I get to do whatever I want. Yeah.
when you take the Escape, or when I've been to the Bermuda, you're basically, your hotel pulls up. You're on the ship. Your hotel pulls up. Hey, you're living out of your hotel now for a couple 3 days. You know what I mean? You have a place to go back to, and take a nap or whatever. And then when you want to go back out, you go back out. I mean, that's kind of the reverse of having all sea days. It's nice to have that place to go to and explore the island for a couple of days, as opposed to getting off at 9 o'clock and having to be back on at 4 on a regular port day.
Yeah, yeah. That's true. That's true. Exactly. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. So that's good. So Norwegian, they don't give ship on the stick, right? I forgot.
I don't remember what they gave out for contests. Now, the ships I have back there were your trivia contests. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
I just, I got lucky. In fact, I think 2 of them are for the same contest, but on a different ship. It was television show themes and 70s and 80s music. It's like, oh.
Oh wow, that's nice. That's good. Yeah, trivia can be hard sometimes. So yeah,
But I like going to the trivia games, even if I don't know the stuff.
it's
It's
fun.
kind of fun to sit there and hang out with people.
I see
And
some
usually
people got
the trivias are usually very near a bar, and I find that very
yeah.
beneficial.
I see some people get caught trivia because they're using their phones.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
seen that.
Yeah. And it's really funny because the host of the trivia game will go, "All right, guys, put your phones down," or "Hey, nobody shouted out and put that phone away." But it's all in fun.
Yeah,
If you really want a ship that bad, just ask the guy. He'll get you one. If you are that desperate, I got to have a
yeah,
ship
yeah.
or a medal to go home, just ask. They'll give you one. They're a dime a dozen.
They don't
I
say
mean,
no. The most of they'll say yes or maybe, whatever. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. People using their phone. Somebody said, "Oh, you don't know how to use your phone. Put it away. You're cheating." I was like, "Oh my god, they got in trouble." I was like, "What?" Yeah. Wow. Uh, so, will you go back to Bermuda again, or no? Since you did it.
I would go back. I would go back
Ah,
to I would go back to any place I've been. I don't think I'd say the only place I would not care to go back to, it doesn't matter, but Grand Turk or Freeport, because
you
those
don't
were
like
always
Grand
like,
Tour?
especially Freeport was like the throwaway for Carnival, especially the Pride. The Pride would only, out of Baltimore, could only go so far in 7 days. So you go to Grand Turk, and then you go to Half Moon, or you go to Princess Key, or K, however you wish to pronounce it.
However, yeah.
Yeah, I don't want that to be Tom's word. Tom's not on here. Um,
Oh, the
so
word of the day,
yeah,
K.
yeah. Um,
Wow.
and
And
then
Grand
you
Turk,
had,
what you didn't like about Grand Turk?
well, I've been there a lot of times. It's really not so much that I don't like it. It's like I'd rather explore some new ports. So
Yeah, yeah.
it's like Grand Turk seems to be a stop on a lot of itineraries, and I don't know if it's just because they're making their way back to the U.S. from farther out. It just happens to be that kind of stop. And Freeport for the Pride is like I guess it's a fueling stop, and taking some
I think,
supplies
I'm not
on it
sure, yeah.
and painting the ship. I mean, other than that,
Yeah, I
um,
think it's that they give more supplies, yeah.
usually they're fueling. Usually it said usually you can't go up on deck and smoke. I'm not a smoker, but the captain comes on. We're bunkering, so there'll be no smoking on that side of the ship until further notice or something.
Ooh, I suck at trivia. It usually takes me 5 minutes to come up with the
That's
answer.
because we're not for Ruth. We're not playing a game that's in her wheelhouse. If she, if Ruth knew everything there was to know about, you know,
games, whatever.
50s
Yeah,
movies or whatever. You just have to find the right game.
that's true. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's true.
It's like me
That's
and Harry
true.
Potter. I loved watching the Harry Potter movies. I never read the books. My son, he's read the books, and he would play the Harry Potter trivia. And I would say it's almost like a death match for some of these kids playing those Harry Potter trivias on Carnival. And not even just the
Oh
kids,
wow.
some of the adults. And
Yeah.
a lot of the questions I don't know. I know some of the characters and stuff, and they'll ask a question like, "Who was so and so's great aunt on their whatever side?" And he'll go, "Oh, it was so and so." I don't know which movie was that in. Oh, it wasn't in the movie, Dad. You had to have read the books. They don't show you about that.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. That's what I one thing I miss cruising. I miss there's a lot of stuff you could do. I miss the sea and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I miss that. Yeah. So Dave, you have you did an all inclusive resort or never?
Have never done an all-inclusive resort. We spent a week at Disney on property. I don't. That's
Oh,
not
you
really
did?
all-inclusive. You know what I
No,
mean?
no,
It's not
no.
all-inclusive, but we've stayed the French Quarters, Port Orleans French Quarters, which I don't think's open anymore, or it isn't open now.
No, I
Um,
know the other day Old Key West just reopened.
okay, and we stayed at the I can't remember the name. We stayed like 4 days on site at Universal. What's the one with the airplane in the lagoon? The something bay?
Oh, Universal.
Yeah.
Um,
It's
wait,
not the
this pool
it's not the Hard Rock. Port. It's
and
not.
let's not in the summer. Wait. Let me
Anyway.
look. I forgot the name. Yeah.
Oh, it's no. I just yeah. It's something bay. I just remember there's a lagoon there with a.
Volcano Bay.
What's that?
Volcano Bay, but that's the park.
Nope, 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 nope. It's one of it's like one of the well, I think there's more than three now, but it was one of the three hotels that were right there. You could walk to the park. There's a little walkway, and we did that for Christmas.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yep.
I got it. It says Lowe's Portofino Bay.
That I think that might have been it.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
if you stayed at the hotel, uh, if you stayed at the hotel on site, I got a good deal on the rental car to begin with through them, and you were allowed to go in the park early, and
Oh,
you could
that's
get extra
cool.
passes. So that was great. You could use one a day. So uh,
That's
Christmas
awesome.
Christmas morning, we went in the park an hour early, and we ran back to the Harry Potter and did the Harry Potter stuff. And my son actually got picked. When you go into Ollivander's shop and there's
Yeah.
he actually got picked, and I had my camera with, even though it was so dark in there. It didn't turn out really well to see it, but you can hear it. And that was like the highlight of his year, because at the time I think he was like maybe 8 or 9, and he loved that. But as soon as we got out, we were in there an hour early. We walked around a little. By about, that was like, I guess, like 7 o'clock. By 9 o'clock, they weren't letting people in. The
Oh
park
no,
was that
wow.
packed. And then they closed the park at 11, not allowing guests in because the park had reached full capacity.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my
So
god.
that was the bonus to staying at an on-site hotel.
Yeah, Ruth said the Rio in Cancun was amazing. I damn near make up for missing out on the cruise. Yeah.
Now, I was going to say, is that the one that the folks were all going to and doing vlogs the last week or two? Because that place looks really nice.
Oh, when they were in Mexico? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. The
Oh,
Rio Peninsula, something like that. Yeah.
yeah. No, that place does look really
That place
nice.
looked amazing. I saw the pictures.
Um, again, having never flown or traveled out of the country by plane, I'm not, not that there's a little hardness to it, but I guess I would just need to know all the what's and wherefores. You have your passport, and I've
Yeah, but
heard
you gotta
people
be
say something
careful
about.
because when you get out,
Mhm.
and you go to your shuttle, people like say, "Oh, come, I'll drive you, $50. They're like, "No, you gotta be careful with that."
Right, but apparently you need some sort of card to get back onto the plane, or some sort of I don't want to call it an exit visa, but there was some other stuff you needed. I would just have
Is
to
it a
learn.
visa? I don't know.
No, no, it wasn't a visa, but there was some sort of card. They said, "Oh, and don't forget, you have to have your card." And a card for what? I didn't
I
quite
forgot. I don't know.
understand.
Oh wow. Yeah. Not passport. Yeah. Yeah. So that's the thing.
But
Yeah. It.
I assume that they really enjoyed that
It
resort.
sounded like everybody had a good time there.
Yeah, yeah, that would be one I would consider. A pop down to Cancun, because I think you can go from Baltimore direct down, or you might even be able to go from Dulles, which is Washington D.C., one of their
That's what
airports.
they did. Kim and Neil. They went. They drove to Baltimore. They went straight from there.
Okay,
Or you could go to Washington D.C. Depends on how you want to go. Yeah.
depends on the price.
Yeah. We would say yes. We were there last October. Rio Palace Palassima. Oh, okay. Yeah. Depends on the price. Yeah. They took Southwest. They said straight there
Mhm.
from um Baltimore.
Yeah, well, Southwest is pretty reasonable.
Yeah. Southwest. Yeah. So they took that there and coming back too. So
Mhm.
they just got back Friday night. They got back. They got back Friday night. So
Mhm.
that's they had a good time though. Sounding like. So yeah. All right. Thanks for coming, Dave.
Hey, yeah, thank you.
I'm
Have a
not
good
going
one.
to bed now, but I'm gonna play Kahoot. If you want to play a game, you're
Nope.
more than welcome to.
All right, well, you go ahead and pop me off there then.
Okay. We are going to play a game, guys. Ruth, if you're interested in playing the game, you're more than welcome to. When visiting Mexico and dealing with locals, it's real handy having my Mexican with me. Like Steve said, Mexico. These damn Mexicans, like Steve says. Ruth, where is Steve? Is he sleeping? Hold on. Hold on. Wait. Hold on, Ruth. Sorry. Okay. I still can enjoy. You paid about you paid about 207 at Cancun Fear. But if it thanks, Dave. Okay, Steve's laying down and Steve's laying down the laws with the locals. That's chill. That is chill. Ready to play some Kahoot? Let's do it. Let me do this. Steve's always laying down the law. Dusk. Um, Kahoot. Got it. He's waiting for dinner in front of the. In front of, okay. So let me switch. We're gonna play Kahoot now. Let me switch the camera in a second. In a second. Trivia. Okay. See if I know how to do it. Okay. Gonna eat. Have fun with Kahoot. Oh, you're not gonna play and eat en route? Have a good dinner. Let me see if I can zoom in. Hold on. Oh, you can zoom in. Okay. So, okay. I'm out. Have a good night, Ruth. Let's see. You get the charger. Okay, I got it. Okay, so I can wait. Hold on. Hold on. Let me see who's in chat right now. Hey Dave, I'm gonna start a new stream now because I can't zoom in on this app. So let me know if you're interested. If not, I won't start a new stream. Let me know if you want to play Kahoot or not. Because everyone went to bed, I think you're the only one here. So if you want to play, we could start a new stream. If not, then it's for bed. Then I guess not. Let me know what you want to do. You want to play or not? I'm out. Okay. So thanks for having on earlier. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah. Then I'm just gonna go to bed now, and then I guess I see you guys next Friday. Then. Wait. I'll see you guys next Friday. Then. Thanks for stopping in, everyone, and until next time, see you on the high seas. Alexa, play Disney music.
The station Disney Favorites on Amazon Music.
We gotta go. Goodbye. See you on Polo, Dave.